Hi guys dan selamat kembali ke Studio Sembang bersama saya Amy. In the studio this week we have one of the most talented musicians in this country, vocalists. We have Aisha Retno.
Oh my god, so nice of Amy. Hello, Studio
Hi.
Sembang. Which is the camera? It's here.
This is the middle camera. Wow. Kita lupa buat briefing. Yang middle tu is our two shot. That's your single. That's my single.
Okay, got it.
Hello, singer.
Hello semua. I'm Aisha.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, sis.
Thank you so much.
No, we're so happy to have you. I know you tengah buat hardest singing show sekarang, which is I cannot imagine you punya jadual macam mana, but we still got your time, which I'm very happy about.
I've been, like when I got the memo, okay, you ada datang Studio Sembang. What? Okay, let's get it. Because I've been seeing all your episodes.
Thank
I'm like,
you.
Okay, not all. I'll be like, okay, most of them. But tu macam, I macam excitednya kalau one day boleh kan. And this is the day, guys.
Girl, stop. And I think like from my end pula, macam from the moment I saw you sing, I was like, oh, she's different. You memang bawa kelainan dalam industri, dan walaupun you muda, I tak rasa benda tu sepatutnya ataupun pernah jadi halangan untuk you. You're really paving the way in your own way, which I think is
Thank you, sis.
damn.
You're the nicest.
Korang, this week kita orang punya TikTok, I've never plugged the TikTok before in the history of the show, tapi this week punya TikTok korang kena pergi tengok, sebab it's just like to see her do that. Anyways, jom kita start, kita belajar sikit pasal Aisha Retno malam ni, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so the first question that I have for most of my guests yang pernah datang untuk Studio Sembang is childhood macam mana?
Childhood. Okay. So, I lahir dekat KL. Glen Eagles, precisely.
No.
Gitu. Kita ada
Budak-budak KL.
Budak-budak KL. So, my dad is Kelantanese. My mom is Indonesian. So, they met at Indonesia. They got married and they had me.
Yeah.
So, I was the first child. And then fast forward, tiba-tiba my mom kena sambung dia punya master dekat Indonesia because she's pure Indonesian. She's still studying her law. And then kena bawa anak-anak pergi Indonesia lah. And then I was technically separated from my dad untuk jangka waktu yang agak lama jugalah. I think almost 10 years.
Wow.
Macam tu. Tapi dia ulang-alik lah Malaysia, Indonesia and whatsoever. And then I kena lepas lahir tu dalam I think a couple of months I pergi Indonesia. And then I grew up there learning the culture dekat sana, macam mana orang boleh accept ke I and whatsoever. And I got into their government school because my mom knows how to do it and whatsoever. So I pun belajar the culture dekat sana, study dekat sana sampai I umur 9 tahun. Umur 9 tahun, my brother pun ada juga dekat sana lah kiranya, everyone. Sampai my mom habiskan master, and then my mom told me macam, okay, let's move to Kuala Lumpur, like for real, for good. And I was like, I'm already living in Indonesia. And at that time, because like the culture and everyone there are super, super welcoming.
And of course, you ada sejak you kecil.
Yeah. So, childhood memories, kan? So, bila I kena tinggalkan Indonesia tu, I was like, ni betul-betul kena tinggalkan for real ke? Like my study, my friends, budak-budak ramai kawan, right? I even balik pun dekat sana. Macam, there's this thing called jemput-jemput. It's not food, guys.
What is jemput-jemput?
Jemput-jemput is
Jumput?
like... Jemput.
Yeah. So like a gathering?
Jemputan is like a
Jemputan
car.
dalam Malaysia pun ada. It's like a jemput, like saya ajak. Betul?
It's a food.
It's a food?
It's a food.
Oh, see, I tak tahu lah references.
Yeah, something like
Cucuk.
that. Yeah.
Oh.
We're gonna try that one after our podcast.
Okay, we'll do jemput-jemput after this. Jemput-jemput lah datang
Yeah.
sekali.
But the jemputan that I mentioned is bila like budak sekolah balik is like a van, like a school van.
I see.
It's called jemputan. Yeah. So I selalu balik dengan my friends semua. So literally my bond with my friends masa child memories tu is macam a family. Because like my mom was super busy at that time. She was doing her law. She was also singing.
A singer, right?
Everywhere. And also she's doing politics at the same time. Yep.
Auntie. Your mom is so cool.
Yeah.
Huh?
So like everything she want to do, like sebab she told me that even though dah kahwin, dah ada anak, she want to macam habiskan semua. Make sure everything is betul-betul at a place where she will feel like it's a relief. I dah habiskan semua benda dah. Dah ada anak. So she wants to do everything. And then my dad dekat sini, dekat Malaysia, cari duit for us and everything. And then ta-da, 9 years old. I was 9. My brother was like 7. Then dah sampai dekat Malaysia. And then it was kind of hard for me to blend here, honestly, at that time. Because foreigners at my school macam tak ramai. And then it's a government school.
And orang anggap you macam seorang foreigner ke?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because, okay, I might look like very macam Melayu kind of face and whatsoever, but dorang once I speak, because I can't speak pure Malay yang macam accent yang macam sekarang. Like for example, ada like this term, cikgu tanya, you boleh buat ni tak? And then I jawab, tak bisa. Tak bisa is not a term in Malay. Tak bisa is like different kan.
Yeah.
So I pun macam, oh kena banyak belajar ni. And then kita ada subject called Jawi.
Yeah.
Cause like, and it's compulsory back in the days for me to wear tudung and everything. So macam for me, it's macam a little culture shock, but it's good for me to learn. Macam Jawi, I kena baca Jawi and I was struggling. And then bila I masuk tu, the next day tu dah exam Jawi. So you imagine. Yeah. I was kind of like, at 9 years old, I have to like encounter all of those. Tapi it was pretty fun. Dah, I think sampai darjah 6, barulah I rasa macam, you know what? I wanted to start something in singing ah. So I started with nasyid sis.
Faham. Ya, I ada terbaca sebenarnya pasal nasyid tu. Okay, sebelum kita masuk benda tu, before your nasyid experience, sebelum tu you dah start menyanyi kan? Kalau tak silap, I read that you first started singing bila you umur 5 tahun, around there. Yeah, tapi yang tu mungkin dulu dekat Indonesia kan?
Yeah.
And
oh, let's go with the Indonesian accent, girly.
guess I semalam dekat studio Sembang, Indonesian band.
Ooh.
Akan datang tak lama lagi.
Oh my god.
I want to spill so bad, but tak apa.
Okay.
So I've got like, this is like, already keluar. Oh, coklat.
Oh my god, I love them.
Yeah.
The Karma song.
Everything,
Shut
right?
up.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
So back in Indonesia, you dah start menyanyi. So pada ketika itu, did you ever think that it would end up becoming a career for you? And apabila you tinggalkan Indonesia, did you feel like macam semua impian you yang mungkin you dah simpan, contoh nak jadi seorang penyanyi semua itu, untuk start balik dekat satu negara di mana you tak kenal siapa-siapa dan industri tu mungkin you kurang familiar, because I can imagine you tengok TV dekat Indonesia kan?
Yep.
So how was that experience for you?
I don't feel that by singing can be an actual job for me.
Right.
Like, I object that. Because I feel macam menyanyi ni salah satu hobi sahaja. And I don't see that moving forward, that I'm going to be glued to this occupation. So memang it's a big no-no for me at that time. Because my mom and my dad sangat-sangat influence I untuk menjadi seorang yang very, how to say, very educational in a way. Macam ambil lah all the things. Macam you want to take economics until you die. Macam tu lah kiranya.
Faham.
So macam
walaupun
jangan
your
tukar.
mom is seorang penyanyi juga. Wow.
They want me to be like that lah.
Faham.
Lebih kepada situ. Because I'm not sure, maybe they have their own terms and whatsoever. And so I struggled juga untuk find myself masa zaman-zaman kecil, sebab macam, okay, my parents are more passionate in arts because my dad is an interior designer and then my mom, you know, is a singer. So I macam, okay, di mana you guys nak letakkan I? So macam, okay, I don't really like to study at that age because I just like to sing, have fun, you know, as a kid, semua tu. And orang kata, okay, UPSR kena straight A. You know, my parents are that type. Macam,
very
UPSR
education forward
straight
kan?
A, PMR straight A, SPM kena straight A, which is good of course for us as a kid. Tapi kita macam tak dapat nak express apa yang kita nak sebenar-benarnya. Sampailah sekolah menengah baru I dapat jumpa that sebenarnya menyanyi ni can be an actual something for me. Not an occupation as of yet at that time. Boleh guna, you know, for something. Like for example, I would join a singing competition. I can actually showcase for things, and it's good for my repertoire in my academics.
Yeah.
Kan? So macam sebab academics dekat sekolah ada academics, curriculum and whatsoever. So I'm not really good at sports, sis. Let's just like get it out of the way. So the only thing that I can pull off is just in something in talent, you know. And then apabila I dah sampai situ, I rasa I join je lah singing competition dan sebagainya. Dan sampai yang masa going back to when I was 5 years old, I have performed with my mom on stage in front of a president of Indonesia. It's called 𝙁𝙊𝙇𝙇. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
From the youngest possible age already.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was like a little nasyid thing. It's still a nasyid thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Damn.
So like growing up, I was influenced with a lot of nasyid stuff, which actually macam membentuk diri I untuk macam, oh sebenarnya nyanyian ni banyak benda lah yang I boleh belajar. Nasyid, a lot of genres as well. So I have learned a lot from my mom and from the outside life juga.
Kalau tak silap, nasyid is quite a technical type of singing as well.
Yeah.
Kan? So mungkin itu adalah foundation di mana macam contoh kalau you nak buat something yang lebih modern ke apa, at least you're used to doing something that's harder actually.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah. Menarik. So okay, kembali kepada after you've come to Malaysia, you cuba nak macam sesuaikan diri dengan culture yang baru, semua yang baru, and eventually you found your footing. Dari segi macam membuat kawan semua tu, was that a challenge for you?
Woo! This is all where it all started. I got bullied. Yeah.
Really?
Sebab not like bullied, like physically bullied. You know, like words. They were like throwing words. Cakap macam, baliklah kampung sana Indonesia. Like why are you here? You're not even like pure Malay. Dia cakap macam tu. But passport wise, I do have everything. I am purely Malaysian. It's just like, you know, that I have to go back here and macam nak adapt to takes time.
Yeah.
And then I don't have friends. I don't have someone for me to guide to. Macam banyak benda lah. Ada banyak masalah at that time. Dalam umur 7 tahun macam tu. 9 tahun, sorry. So, bila I bertanya dengan cikgu, macam mana I nak adapt diri I bersama dengan kawan-kawan yang macam ni. Sebab tak ada siapa nak support I, tak ada siapa nak ajar I. Semua betul-betul in a way macam nak toss me out of that classroom ibaratnya lah. And then cikgu tu cakap, kalau you betul-betul nak buat kawan, you fokus dulu dengan apa yang you nak buat. Baru kawan akan datang. But
Power cikgu tu.
to me, that term applies until now.
Betul.
In a way, when we're good at what we're doing, or if we know that what we're doing, kawan akan datang. Tapi kawan tu, kawan yang betul, taking advantage of us, or kawan yang ikhlas. So that's a big question for me. Until now pun I still tanya cikgu tu. So macam mana nak cari kawan yang ikhlas? I know, we never know. We never know.
Betul.
Yeah.
Betul, tapi kadang-kadang kan macam apa yang cikgu you cakap tu sangat betul. Dari segi macam kalau kawan tu dah datang juga, tak kisah you macam mana pun, dia tetap akan ikhlas. Sebab pilihan tu dekat luar kawalan kita. Jadi sebagai seorang kakak, apa yang I boleh cakap tu is you're on the right track.
Thanks.
You're doing you.
I hope so.
And last apa yang boleh bertahan in your life are the ones that really believe in you. So time also.
Yep, betul.
Kan?
And turns out actually terms dan kata-kata yang diberikan oleh cikgu I tu ada betul ada salah. I made good real friends along the way yang betul-betul support I, yang betul-betul okay, let me teach you Jawi, let me teach you how to speak ya tak ya, you know, the like simple Malay stuff. And nak kita study group tak sama-sama, go to my house lah semua-semua. Sampailah sekolah menengah, I still stick with them.
That's so nice.
Yeah. And until now, even walaupun kita tak pernah berjumpa dah because of, you know, clashing schedules, everyone is working already, tapi masih bertanya khabar, hey, happy birthday, selamat hari raya, like at least like some stuff, you know, to say about. And I'm so happy that kawan-kawan macam ni dapat menyaksikan apa yang kita buat, and kita pun dapat menyaksikan apa yang dia buat. And I think true friends does exist, guys.
Yeah, 100%. Like walaupun tak berjumpa setiap hari, tapi kalau berjumpa selepas lama pun dia rasa macam tak ada masa yang berlalu pun.
And also nowadays there's no reason for you to say tak ada time for friends. You have social media, you have WhatsApp, you have everything. Betul. So just at least macam, hey, what's up, whatsoever. But if you're like too busy, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Make time lah.
Yeah. And it goes both ways juga.
It goes both ways. True.
Okay, so for music, was your how supportive were your parents? Contohnya macam time yang you tengah buat the nasyid and everything, selepas you dah datang ke Malaysia semua tu, and you started thinking like, oh mungkin benda ni saya boleh ambil. I know you're still at the point where you're like, belum berjadi career kot kan? Thinking like, okay, dia boleh support my education. Tapi how supportive were your parents dari segi macam you cuba nak mengejar minat you pada masa yang sama?
Initially, okay, it was back in Form 3. Sepatutnya kita orang got this thing called PT3. You know, yearly examination.
Saya zaman sebelum PT3, sister.
PMR ke sis? Even before that?
Yeah, saya PMR. Saya janganlah even before that tu. You over sangat Aisha Retno. No, PMR.
Nah, kita beza berapa umur je, sister. No, kita sama umur lah. Okay, bye. Okay.
Jangan suruh I jawab, saya menangis.
Okay, so back in my PT3 days, I tak fokus on my study because I jadi wakil sekolah banyak sangat every month untuk menjadi wakil sekolah untuk singing competition, which is good and bad sebab I am so bad at multitasking at that time. So at that point of my life, my parents tak nak datang sekolah untuk hantar I pergi sekolah. Diorang tak nak ambil report card I sebab they know that I failed.
Mm.
I failed miserably
Yeah.
in me. It was terrible. I macam tak tahu, I tak tentu arah. Macam, you ni sebenarnya nak study ke nak jadi student ke nak jadi artis terus, ibaratnya lah what
Yeah.
people say. Then actually, why not we try both macam tu. Tapi memang I admit at that time I was confused. Kita bila dah excited buat hobi yang kita suka, so kita jadi macam easily distracted, macam focus, I want to sing. Study nantilah, study apa pun akan graduate juga kan form 5. Tapi that's not how it works. And my parents were pretty much mad at me because I wasn't as what they thought I could be during school time kan. Lama-lama diorang biarkan I buat apa I buat. And I came to a sense where macam I tahu I masih berdiri sebagai seorang pelajar yang I harus habiskan apa yang I harus habiskan. And my parents dah jauh-jauh bawa I daripada Indonesia ke Malaysia for me to study dekat government school, because for me it's not easy lagi-lagi sebab my mom is Indonesian. But in a way my dad is Malaysian. So dia untuk nak kiranya fokuskan I untuk masuk ke sekolah menengah tu yang government, it's not easy for the process to do that. So apabila I mengimbas kembali memori-memori macam mana struggle diorang nak bawa I pergi government school, di situ I came to a sense macam, okay, your parents dah bersusah-susah untuk you, kenapa you buat macam ni for them? That's why sejak dari tu I switch. I dropped my pengawas role. I was a prefect, I was a pengawas and I was wakil sekolah, and I was maybe doing some stuff, I don't know, I'm not sure. And then study tu memang I letak nombor bolas at the time, I tell you.
Yeah.
And then cikgu-cikgu pun kecewa dengan I at that time. Lagi-lagi dulu I suka mathematics. And then bila I dah start tak buat kerja banyak sangat for mathematics, I failed during like monthly exams. Kat situ cikgu dah macam, I suggest you janganlah jadi wakil sekolah dulu at this time. Focus on your education, focus on your academics, then we'll talk later. Macam tu lah cikgu tu cakap. It's not the same cikgu as primary school, different. Lepas tu I pun macam ada logic juga, tapi my passion is in singing. Macam mana ni tengah membara tau nak jadi a singer in a way lah kan. Sebab Alhamdulillah every singing competition yang I join, tak nombor 1, nombor 2, nombor 1, nombor 2. So you know when you won kan, you rasa macam, aku dah menang, aku nak lagi lah, nak lagi.
So dia rasa macam benda tu dah jadi sebahagian identity you juga. Macam mana you nak letak?
Yeah. So when like 90% of the surroundings told me to drop in anything in singing, of course I sedih. Sebab macam I feel like I'm almost there to kecapi my passion.
Yeah.
Untuk menangkap di mana I sebenarnya berada di my passion. Tapi what to do? Form 4 I drop everything. I letak jawatan sebagai pengawas. I tak jadi wakil sekolah untuk any singing competition. Betul-betul fokus dalam I punya study. And I punya course time tu adalah science and accountancy. I kasih habis semua sampai form 5 SPM. Then Alhamdulillah resultnya pun sangat-sangat memuaskan. And dah I bagi kat my parents. Tapi I terus sambung matriculations in Negeri Sembilan. And at the same time also, I lalui lagi benda yang sama semasa I form 3, which is I got an offer from a music label called Sony Music Malaysia. So I was confused again and again. Kenapa always at the peak of my life in between education and also singing, kenapa it comes together?
Yeah.
Why? Kenapa tak boleh salah satu? I was confused. I was about to take my driving lessons at the time tau. Macam kan lepas SPM, people are taking driving lessons. Tak sempat I dapat offer matrix, dapat offer music label. Sampai sekarang tak ada driving license.
Dia macam tangan dia dah penuh dengan pilihan yang lain. Tapi tak apa, kita dah hidup dunia moden, driving license tu. And you have a brother. Here's your driving license.
Thanks my brother, you the
kan?
best.
Kan? Okay, so I rasa macam for you at that time, okay, pertama sekali, selepas you dah masuk matriculation, I know you did, kalau tak silap, you did economics.
Yep.
Bukan accounting, even though you wanted to do accounting.
In matrix, it's a combination of both.
Okay, I
more
see.
to economics, yeah.
Tapi, okay, pada masa tu, macam mana situation dengan Sony tu boleh berlaku di mana diorang approach you untuk jadi their artist?
Yeah.
How did that happen for you?
Did a random cover, sis, like a random
YouTube
cover. YouTube and Instagram.
Yeah.
At that time, Instagram tengah macam, Instagram, that moment like where everyone needs to have an account for
Yeah,
Instagram.
faham.
I think it was back in 2018. 17, 18. And then I pun start off post cover. It was just like a 15 seconds cover. And then one of the Sony rap A&R, dia kata macam, you want to have a meeting tak with Sony? So if you don't know Sony is a music label where they hire artists.
Gila tak tahu Sony.
Yeah, that's why I macam, you don't need to explain about that. I must say yes, I'm Mitchell.
Yeah.
And then Alhamdulillah diberikan rezeki macam tu. Bila I baca 2-3 kali, ke dia scam ni?
Yeah, faham.
Tapi bila tengok dia punya profile, this is for real, guys. And then
Yeah.
terus jumpa the following week, and then they were already discussing about my career moving forward, and I was like, I was asking before proceeding anything, kenapa korang nak I tak famous, I tak adalah macam nyanyi pun korang tengok pun dah bercover, korang tak dapat tengok lagi nyanyi I betul-betul macam mana. And then banyak lagi I kekurangan, macam maybe korang kalau artis lain maybe ada lagi calon-calon yang lebih layak. Turun kata, but we see the potential in you, like with you doing just random covers like that, then you know, moving forward, if you have enough equipments and support, we can build you up to be a better one. And then I marked their word. I think twice, thrice, tapi I kena proceed with my matriculation juga.
So you tak ambil
At that time, I cakap dengan orang, give me time, which is the time is 10 months.
Okay, faham.
Which is my matriculation punya duration.
Of course.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, let me just finish matrics first. Sebab
Mesti hati you terbelah time tu, Aisha.
yeah. I macam, okay lah 10 bulan je kot. Sebab my matriculation tu dia kata a year period.
Yeah,
Tapi
faham.
sebenarnya 10 bulan je. And then I dah habis matrics. Alhamdulillah, marks are all satisfying.
Yeah.
Dan semuanya. Dapat pula offer pergi UM. So I pun macam mana ni bila kita nak start dengan Sony ni. Sementara I tunggu untuk masuk UM, I signed with Sony. I said yes, let's go record.
And your parents punya reaction macam mana pula?
My parents was like, they're happy, especially my mom, of course, because
Of
she has been in the
course.
music industry. Even though it's Indonesia and Malaysia, it's different, but it's music
Dia lebih
industry.
kurang lah.
Yeah, generally it's music industry. So dia macam, so Mami senang banget. Berarti kakak akan ikut jejak Mami dong. Faham tak?
Faham. She said you're gonna follow in her footsteps.
Yeah, so I macam, I guess so. I cakap dengan my mom, but tapi gimana Mami, ini kakak masih belajar, baru habis lulus matrix, and then I'm also at the peak of my academics yang I like, and I've been dreaming to get into University Malaya so bad.
Yeah.
Because like most of my cousins graduated from UM.
Yeah.
And then of course my bigger dream is to macam study abroad and whatsoever, tapi I think it's not possible because my mom is the type macam she won't let me go. Maksudnya in a good way, dia nak stick with me because she's
Faham.
so much, because I'm the only
And you're the
Daughter.
daughter as well.
mm.
Girl, same. I feel you.
Yeah.
I think that's normal lah.
Yeah.
Normal. We should link our moms up. I think they'd be friends.
I think they should do their own
Their own little
Sembang.
studio Sembang, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you signed,
Yep.
and then dari situ, like, what was the next steps for you guys?
They were planning, of course, after signing a single, of course.
Single.
But that,
Mengikat jiwa.
yes, mengikat jiwa. That took a lot of time, and then banyak masa dihabiskan untuk berfikir, betul ke Aisha nak debut the single masa 2018, di mana I baru start my second semester
Mm-hmm.
dekat UM.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was like, let's give it a go.
Yeah.
Bila lagi?
Yeah.
Rezeki, right? And fast forward, dah release lagu Mengikat Jiwa, which I first menjadi seorang songwriter untuk menulis for my own song.
How did you learn to do that?
I hated songwriting process at that time.
Faham?
I macam, apa ni? Kita kena fikir macam mana nak buat melody and how to fit in all the lyrics into like a melody where we want. And then macam not all words macam boleh fit into a melody kan.
Faham.
So susah for me. I struggled. That's why I seek for help kat Indonesia. I did this song in Indonesia. And the co-composer that worked with me is called 𝙁𝙊𝙇𝙊𝙀,
Mhm.
which has worked with several amazing artists like Afghan, Chakrakan, to name a few. And then I was convinced to actually think that I can be a potential songwriter kot. So macam I tanya, oh kak, gini ya cara menulis lagu. And then dia kata, kenapa you rasa you boleh jadi penulis lagu yang berkaliber, dia kata. I cakap, no, I don't see my future as a songwriter. Sebab I memang tak pandai. Memang I cakap straight up. Lepas tu dia kata, everyone can be a songwriter. Because you know why? Because we have our inner thoughts. So our inner thoughts can be transferred to a song if we know what we're doing to connect the dots between melody and also lyrics. That's what he said. And I macam tak faham, macam susah aje.
Macam, oh, itu very art.
Yeah, itu very art.
Itu very
Lepas
art.
tu dia kata, okay, sekarang ni, what are you feeling? Because at that time, I think I kind of like know a guy from this kind of macam, okay, it's kind of cute and whatsoever. Okay, I rasa macam tengah jatuh cinta lah Kak Aldi. Okay, write it. That's why Mengikat Jiwa, the song is about me falling in love.
Oh,
Puppy love.
I see. Yeah, I got you.
So whatever we feel, sedih ke, happy ke, just write a song. Macam tu lah.
Fuh.
But it's not as easy as we thought. Apabila I proses menulis Mengikat Jiwa ni, I had few writer's block. Baru first time tulis lagu dah writer's block. So macam mana ni? I memang betul-betul macam susahnya tulis lagu. And then dia kata, musical instrument apa you boleh main? I kata, Alhamdulillah boleh main piano sikit-sikit lah. And then dia kata, okay, you just jam with your piano, tulis lagu, and then done. I'll give you like 4 hours. Aldina dia kata. And I was like, okay, I'll try. No. I duduk sorang-sorang at that room. Dia biarkan I dekat studio. Terhasil lah Mengikat Jiwa, full song.
Wow.
Yeah.
In 4 hours.
In 4 hours.
See, you can do it.
Because pressure.
Mungkin.
Yeah.
Mungkin.
And actually, to connect the dots now, I'm still writing songs under pressure. I feel like it gives me the motivation. I know it's not very, how to say, it's not very well prepared of me to write songs under pressure. Maksudnya macam kena cepat, last minute and whatsoever. Tapi it always works.
Tapi semua orang ada proses masing-masing.
Kan?
Yeah, I think. So mungkin ada setengah yang macam, tak tahu lah, Kanye West punya proses dia pergi duduk tengok pemandangan for like 1 month in the desert, you know. Tapi akan ada setengah yang lebih menyelah time dia pressure. And I think mungkin salah satu sebab kenapa dari segi your life story is because you're also like a competition kid. So you dah terbiasa dengan perform in that environment kan. So mungkin itu juga main peranan.
Betul.
Which you never know.
You have a point. So bila dah terhasil lagu Mengikat Jiwa, and then everyone knows Aisha Retno, Alhamdulillah, slowly, but I'm still also studying. Sampailah I dapat offer untuk masuk competition. It's called Vocal Mania. Yeah, and then one is kind of a brave and big move for me to do, because like I dah ada single, why would I want to enter a competition anyways?
I always have wanted to know this daripada seorang artis kan. Like kenapa, I mean dari segi macam mana kan, untuk I sebagai seorang pelakon, dia bukan mungkin dia ego kot. Actually, I baru nak cakap dia bukan ego, tapi it's an ego thing kan. Apabila kita dah mencipta sejenis career ataupun karya di mana kita sudah dapat tawaran itu, ataupun kita sudah dah pun keluarkan lagu, dah pun ada audience sendiri.
Dah ada asset lah.
I tak boleh imagine to agree to take part in a competition tu adalah sejenis benda yang memerlukan artis tu really meletakkan ego dia ke bawah dan untuk masih memilih untuk belajar.
Understandable. I think, to me, to look at a broader perception, it's not about ego. It's about how kita meletakkan kita punya diri macam, okay, kalau kita pergi masuk competition, kita akan berlawan, kita akan competing with people yang macam the same par as us. So kita rasa macam, alamak, I'm not enough ke? Faham tak? I think
it's also the fear kind of
I totally understand that, because I felt that every time.
Yeah.
Even sampai AJL, even sampai the hardest thing in show, I'm still feeling that. I still rasa macam, oh my god, hebatnya this one person. Macam, how am I going to do it? But I already have my own asset anyway, so why would I,
faham,
tolerate to that? But in the end of the day, it's all about getting the exposure that you should get, and also at the same time making a lot of good friends and links along the way. Because I feel like it is very important for you to test out di mana you berada di dalam music industry ni. Kalau precisely we're talking about singing, then if we're going down to singing competition, I rasa dia mengajar kita sebagai seorang penyanyi untuk lebih menjadi yang terpelajar lagi. In a way, maksudnya kita boleh belajar banyak-banyak ilmu. We have good vocal teachers in there. We have good juries. We have good judges judging us dekat situ. So kita menjadi seorang penyanyi yang educated in a way. Banyak benda yang kita belajar along the way. It's not just all about competing, like a big word, competing, but at the same time kita juga belajar menjadi seorang penyanyi yang lebih berkaliber, yang lebih tahu apa yang kita buat, and lebih tahu teknik nak perform, tekniknya nak nyanyi, and semua tu ada dalam singing competition yang I masuk so far. Yeah. Vocal Mania, if we're talking about Vocal Mania, yes, sebab itu adalah the first ever competition yang I masuk, which is like a reality show. And it's all very different from the singing competition that I entered during my high school time.
Yeah.
And then it's pretty like a turning point for me sebab kita kena tunjuk commercial side kita juga tau, Amy. Like it's not only about
Maksudnya
singing.
macam mana?
Maksudnya you have to be interesting.
Right.
Interesting in a way, maybe personality wise.
Macam cerita you kena jual sekali package dengan
Yeah.
itu
Yes, sis.
music dah cukup vulnerable dah
Right.
apa lagi kan?
Yeah.
How is that for you?
To me, it's like overwhelming, but at the same time macam I can jalankan juga.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kena buat juga sebab kita dah commit. So takkanlah tengah-tengah jalan macam no. Kadang-kadang dorang macam, okay, we shoot at your house for a VT and whatsoever. Then takkanlah kita cakap tak boleh kan.
Yeah.
Because they want to know about our life. They want to know about every single of the contestants that is entering punya life.
Yeah.
So we have to say yes to that. Kadang-kadang kita rasa macam benda tu privacy and whatsoever. Tapi kita dah commit dekat music industry ni. And along the way, 4 years I dah ada dekat music industry ni, Alhamdulillah. Memang that's how it works. People would want to know about you. Not only masa you dekat on stage and whatsoever. So you kena, you know. But
Inilah keunikan nak jadi seorang penyanyi bandingkan dengan pelakon kan, yang saya tak boleh faham sebab orang tak pernah nak tahu pasal I. Faham? So I rasa selamat.
I think yes lah, sis.
Tak, sister, tak. Orang tak tahu apa-apa pun pasal I.
Faham.
Faham tak? Macam diorang tahu dari segi watak. So mungkin
Yeah,
you pernah
yeah,
nampak
yeah.
I menangis.
Yeah.
Tapi yang selamatkan keadaan adalah saya menangis sebagai watak, girl.
yes.
Faham tak? So
faham.
it's like you ada barrier tu.
Yeah.
Tapi untuk penyanyi, korang tak ada. Lagipun, you tengah performkan lagu berdasarkan your life experience.
Kita kena jadi vulnerable with our feelings on stage. Kita kena ikhlas kan menyanyi. So bila kita ikhlas menyanyi, at the same time we're telling stories of our inner thoughts in a way. I mean like, you boleh berlakon on stage. You boleh pretend that you are this character, this. Tapi of course, orang-orang yang menyanyi ni, sepanjang mereka perform di atas stage, mereka bercerita. Apabila mereka bercerita, in a way, diorang bercerita tentang life diorang. Maybe not according to the lyrics yang diorang nyanyi, tapi of course they are mempersembahkan perasaan mereka, rasa mereka on stage. So it's very, very true to feelings apa yang diorang rasa lah.
That was very beautifully put.
Yeah.
Mempersembahkan perasaan mereka.
Cik.
Oh, go girl.
Cikgu BM. Okay tak?
No, really good.
Thank you
So,
so much.
for vocal media, apalah macam one or two things that really stood out to you sebagai macam, I guess, pelajaran terbesar yang Aisha belajar sambil terlibat dalam program tersebut?
Okay, pelajaran terbesar because I entered that competition when I was 20. So
young.
yeah, in a way kan. So macam I macam bila masuk competition tu, I macam, oh my god, ada macam ni ke? Ada kena menyanyi macam ni ke? Ada juri ke? Dan sebagainya. Oh, ada kamera, ada dalam 5. I memang at that time memang how to say, the bahasa kasar dia jakun lah. Macam, I don't know what's going on stage.
Yeah.
I thought it's just about singing.
Yeah.
No, it's all about everything. Facial expression, makeup, on point, semua pandang kamera sana sini. And I was confused. I was a little confused girl at that time. Tapi apa yang I belajar along the way adalah knowing your own trademark. Jadilah seorang penyanyi yang mengetahui you punya trademark tersendiri.
Faham.
Janganlah cuba untuk menjadi orang lain. Boleh ambil references daripada orang lain. Contohnya maybe you have your idols like Ariana Grande. Let's take a example. Okay, boleh. Tapi jangan menjadikan diri you untuk menjadi seorang Ariana Grande. Menjadi seorang maybe Jacqueline Victor or whatever. Try to find your trademark. It might take time, of course. Sebab masa I graduate from Vocal Mania, I still tak jumpa myself. Like, I ni sebenarnya nak nyanyi genre macam mana? Still tak jumpa. Along the way, I rasa okay, you always like to try that powerhouse vocal kind of song, right? You know, maybe you can twist it up a little bit to make it Aisha Retno sounding. So then, I tried to persembahkan dekat orang semua bahawa I suka this technique called riff and runs. So, and then, bila I research, belum ada sebanyak itu orang yang mencuba teknik riff and runs di Malaysia. And then, I tried to introduce to them through TikTok, Instagram, and all the covers. And it kind of worked because TikTok punya algorithm is kind of interesting at that time, 2020, masa pandemic pula. So everyone was definitely on their phone.
TikTok, yeah.
And then one of my videos of me like covering just a few riff and runs went viral. And daripada situ orang macam, who is this Aisha Retno? And that is one, untuk kita belajar untuk mengetahui trademark kita. Kedua, hormatilah orang di mana-mana saja anda berada. So, to make it specific, kita kena hormat everyone. Maksudnya, put your highest respect to everyone. Everyone knows that you're an artist when you're on stage. Tapi off stage, you're just the same as other people. So, bagi diorang respect you. Dan juga, you make sure respect you is given equally. So, I think respect is very important. Jangan pernah rasa you ada rasa star syndrome. Once you are owning that star syndrome, star syndrome actually it's good for you on stage. But just that, bila you off stage, you ada star syndrome sampai tidur, bangun semua, kalau boleh elakkan. Sebab kita dekat music industry ni, we never know. God can give you dekat atas, tiba-tiba
You jatuh.
you jatuh. Because we never know why. So, jaga attitude, jaga perangai. So, that's what I learned throughout Vocal Mania. And benda-benda tu, I pegang sampai sekarang. And insyaAllah, I feel like benda tu memang, how to say, it's like a very keramat words for me to keep. Macam every time I dilanda masalah, kalau dekat music industry, I always use those for me to be more mature untuk menghadapi masalah-masalah yang ada dalam music industry ni. Macam tu, yeah.
Dari segi macam, after this, right, selepas you dah masuk starting in a lot of like competition shows and stuff like that, you dah start menjadi seorang artis. Did you feel like there was a difference dari segi macam mana orang bercakap dengan you, especially like your friends, you know, like because you came from so far, like you said, like not that far, just next door kepada Malaysia. Tapi at the same time, you had to onboard all of this struggle of cuba nak menjadi sesuatu yang mungkin different daripada diri you yang sebelum in your formative years. Did it ever make you more, did your career help you make you more confident dari segi macam who you are and that you're in the right place, that you have the right friends now, the right support system?
I think that's a very, very good question. I feel macam it goes both ways. I ada dapat benda yang I belajar yang boleh simpan. At the same time, ada yang benda yang kena macam, music industry is like this sebenarnya. It's eye-opening. So, I rasa perbezaan dia apabila I menjadi seorang artis, of course lah. As we know, kalau kita pergi mana-mana, orang macam, Aisha, can we take a picture and stuff like that. So, kita kena menjadi seorang yang lebih terbuka berbanding dahulu. Maybe kalau dahulu kita boleh make friends with anyone, and then kita confirm lah macam kawan ni kawan betul-betul ni, tak adalah kawan yang nak ambil kesempatan. Tapi apabila I step into the music industry, walaupun I baru saja 4 tahun dalam music industry, tapi I've encountered a lot of problems similarly to this. So
Orang
similarly,
cuba mengambil kesempatan dari
yes.
you.
And then I rasa benda tu is pretty much very not healthy for me and my family and orang-orang di sekitar I. So adalah dalam beberapa tahun ni I menghadapi masalah tersebut, and then cara I encounter adalah I always ask for my mum punya nasihat. Macam mana nak buat ni. I'm so lucky, alhamdulillah, that my mum was in this scene before. Like she was a singer, and then she knows them well, selok-belok kehidupan dalam industri hiburan. So apa-apa I bertanya dengan beliau, macam mana I nak hadapi masalah-masalah macam ni? Am I still eligible to be a singer? Because I can't encounter any slight problem pun, I dah menangis. Because I am very, how to say, I'm very cengeng. I'm very manja.
Cengeng! I baru belajar perkataan ni semalam.
Yes.
Cengeng. Faham?
Cengeng says, I'm very cengeng. In a way, ada sikit orang macam jerit pun ada macam, orang tu hate me ke? Padahal mungkin jerit in a certain way macam biasa je. But then along the way in the music industry, that's how it is. You kena tough, you kena brave, you kena tahu what you're doing, and you kena tolerate with all these things.
Betul? You know, that's part of the reason kenapa industri kita macam banyak.
Yeah.
Industri seni lah. Okay, faham lah korang.
Industri seni kita.
Ya, industri seni kita sebenarnya sangat mencabar sebab untuk jadi seorang what is it called something
Penghibur.
seni.
Anak seni.
Pengiat seni.
Let's go.
Yes. Untuk jadi seorang pengiat seni, kita kena jadi orang yang cengeng. Sebab semua seni dibina daripada perasaan. Tapi untuk survive dari segi bisnes, kita kena jadi keras macam batu.
Yes.
So kadang-kadang akan ada konflik tu. And I rasa macam another thing is that you are a young, incredibly talented young woman. So untuk orang yang berada di dalam industri, bukan saya macam cakap ada ramai macam ni, tak lah. Tapi di mana-mana, tak kisah industri
adalah
akan
muncul.
ada setengah kan. Di mana mungkin diorang bukan orang seni pun, orang bisnes ke apa ke, dia orang akan nampak you sebagai seorang produk yang boleh dijual dan
Asset.
mengambil kesempatan atas you.
Yes.
Sebab dia ingat you tak tahu macam mana nak melindungi diri sebab you seorang artis kan.
Yeah.
Takkanlah you nak jadi artis dan juga management sendiri juga. Itu mustahil, tak pernah jadi.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so sad that that's part of like the journey, but from one used to be a young girl to another who is so insanely talented. Yeah. The best way is to ask your mom.
Right.
And to make sure that you got somebody who's like really there for you, who would just say, call me, I'll come help her. I'll be like, auntie, who are we?
Yeah.
This is all a joke for legal reasons.
I'm trying to kind of like brain, but okay. Let's do a serious business over here.
I get you.
But like, yeah.
Why is that even part of the process in our industry? Isn't it so irritating, right?
Yeah.
So, but you just want to sing.
Yeah. But at the same time, we're actually on the right track tau.
Yeah, betul.
If we're undergoing this stuff, kita bersusah-susah dahulu, berakit-rakit dahulu, bersenang-senang kemudian, orang kata.
Betul.
So apabila kita melalui proses tersebut, maksudnya kita berada on the right track.
100%.
Kadang-kadang ada orang yang dapat kebahagiaan terus dapat the fame, bam, dalam sekejap je in the music industry. Tapi nak jatuh tu sangat senang.
Sebab ilmu tu tak cukup. Kalau benda tu datang terlalu senang, you belum melalui proses fasa dan belajar daripada kesilapan untuk tahu macam mana nak handle apa yang diberi ataupun dikurniakan like a great success for you immediately.
Yep.
What she said. Yeah, but I think it's good to see that you've had like actually a really stable career, and sekarang walaupun you muda, you've created such a name for yourself that macam orang tak question you dah.
Yeah,
there's no more like Aisha Retno boleh main siapa Aisha Retno.
Yeah.
And you did that quick.
Alhamdulillah.
Quick, sis. Did you
4
ever
years is
feel
quite
like
fast.
you punya umur menjadi sejenis halangan untuk you daripada orang macam nak ambil you serious as a creative, like you write songs for other people juga.
Yep.
Did you ever feel like your age was like people looked at you and were like, really?
Yes.
Does she need a couple more years? You know?
Yep.
How do you handle that?
I think, I'm not sure in Malaysia, I'm not sure whether this applies in Malaysia only or other countries, but I feel like this is general. In every department of work also mesti people akan bertingkatkan, muda lagi ni, jauh lagi perjalanan, cuba lagi. Macam tu. Tapi sebenarnya now, we're in a generation where kita boleh dapat information secepat mungkin. Kita ada social media, kita ada medium social media yang sangat-sangat cepat untuk kita dapat information. And kita boleh menjadi seorang yang matang bukan dari segi umur, tapi umur kita yang muda pun kita boleh jadi matang. Sebab apa? Sebab surrounding kita dah ada social media yang mantap untuk kita mengetahui apa yang kita nak tahu. And then I feel dengan proses orang mengatakan bahawa muda lagi lah, jauh lagi perjalanan, boleh lagi kot gali-gali experience lagi untuk menjadi orang yang lebih matang lagi, baru boleh datang cuba lagi ke apa untuk tulis lagu untuk orang lain. Good. So I got that earlier in 2022. I was about to write song for like one of the superstars in Malaysia, and then adalah satu orang kata macam, apa ilmu yang you ada untuk nak tulis lagu untuk legend? Ni legend tau, legend. You know, we have that stereotype dekat music industry yang macam muda lagi nak tulis lagu pula untuk legend. Boleh ke? Tahu ke macam mana cara nyanyian dia? But you know, I object all of those. I macam, ketipi semua. Let me just like write a song. Bam, hantar demo dekat dia. Asalkan dia penyanyi suka, let's proceed. Macam tu. So I feel I belajar bahawa apabila you ada passion, you menunjukkan trademark you, InsyaAllah orang akan cuba untuk ingin mengenali you dan bekerjasama dengan you.
Yeah.
So age is just a number.
100%. But it's also a tiring experience.
True that.
Super tiring.
Agree.
Macam, yeah, it's like I boleh buat. I dah buktikan I boleh buat. You tahu I boleh buat, tapi I tak tahu you tengah cuba nak pijat red eye ke, like macam apa ni jual mahal ni, kan? So it's a tiring experience.
It's a tiring experience.
Untuk Aisha, how did you like I guess keep yourself together and look after your mental health melalui semua benda-benda macam ni, cabaran ataupun ujian yang memang ada untuk sesiapa yang cuba nak membina career, kan?
I feel like tadi I cakap kita memang sebagai seorang artis kita vulnerable with our feelings, tapi at the same time kita kena kuat sebab we're working with a lot of businessmen, businesswomen.
Yeah.
Sebab music business always comes together, kan?
Yeah.
So I rasa kita kena kuat, but at the same time I sejenis yang I tak ceritakan masalah I kepada orang. I suka simpan sendiri. Even with my mom, my dad, my brother, I tak cerita pasal my relationship life, my problem that I had back in, university days or working days. So I rasa macam it's not healthy in a way. But cara I encounter, this might sound a bit funny. I have 30 cats at home and I talk to them.
No girl, I read about this. Like, okay, please explain this to me. Sebab I rasa kan, kalau I ada 30, I ada seekor kucing. Kalau I ada 30, saya rasa benda tu akan menambahkan I punya stress level sampai I tak boleh function. Sebab I ada seorang sekarang. Seorang. Saya ingat dia manusia.
Seorang ya, seekor.
Seekor. Dan dia dah cukup. Saya rasa saya jadi Kim Kardashian. Why? And kucing I adalah Northwest.
Okay.
Di mana macam dalam interview saya boleh jawab, dia dihantar kepada saya daripada Tuhan untuk menguji tahap kesabaran saya.
That's a good one.
Faham tak? That's my Northwest.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love you so much.
So is the name of your cat?
Me.
No,
It's not North. It's South. No, I'm kidding. Okay. It's Akira. Sausage.
Oh my god, that's so cute. Okay, anyways. Yeah, I feel like dengan kita
30 cats?
Yeah.
Be so for real, girl.
Let's recall that one. 30. I almost had like 40. Tapi dah bagi.
How do you like remember the name? That's a lot of time. That's a commitment.
I look at their face for like a few 5 seconds baru I ingat nama dia orang.
Oh, okay. Bye.
So when I got into a room, which is actually this week juga, bila I masuk, okay, I angkat, oh, Karakat, oh, Kazansky. Oh, the names are so weird because my dad is super, super obsessed with all the Russian names. Russian and Italian names, I don't know. So, most of the names yang dorang dapat adalah daripada pengaruh my dad dia rakan-rakan. Yeah.
Okay, craziest name in your cat lineup. Go.
Oh my god. I don't think Hugo is a confusing
Hugo?
Hugo.
Hugo.
Yeah, but we pronounce
like
it
boss?
but we pronounce it
Hugo.
instead of Hugo. Yeah.
Hugo is there.
Oh, that's a good one. Hugo is there. And okay, the craziest name to me, La La Land.
Like the movie?
Like the movies.
Oh, that's got such a good soundtrack, by the way.
Because why? Masa dia lahir, muka dia macam Emma Stone. I'm not trying to. Emma Stone fans, please don't attack me. Because
I am an Emma Stone fan.
Please don't attack me. No, it's about Emma Stone kan muka dia macam very perfect. Like mata dia besar.
Yeah, she's got very big eyes.
Yeah, big eyes. And then lahir-lahir je kucing I La La Land tu, muka dia, mata dia besar. And I was super, super obsessed with Ryan Gosling and also Emma Stone at that time.
Does La La Land have like a Ryan Gosling to the Emma Stone? No.
Supposedly, but actually siblings dia and yang lain semua masa tu betina juga. So tak ada Ryan Gosling, dude. Yeah.
Masih tengah mencari.
Semua Emma Stones. Get it? Yeah.
Right.
So
Emma
pada masa
Stones
tu,
and The Rock.
That's okay.
It's getting worse, the puns.
Okay, I'm excited for your puns because
Thank
I've been
you.
following your
Thanks,
podcast. So I was obsessed with La La Land.
Of
I'm a
course.
big fan of La La Land. Sampai masa tu I tulis karangan 180 patah perkataan pasal La La Land. Trust me. And I dapat berapa I dapat 73 out of 80. So almost perfect score lah kan. Sebab I cerita pasal
Wait,
La La Land.
what do you mean? You were writing an essay about La La Land
Essay.
came out and you were in school?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I wrote about it because I watched it I think 30 times. Oh my god. So, sis, La La Land was just like, yeah, it was, okay, fine. La La Land was like,
Sorry, it's gonna take me a moment. Right.
yeah. So back in the days,
Well, but look at you, girl, getting the grades.
thanks to La La Land.
Thanks to La La Land.
Yeah, truly, I was obsessed. That obsessed. So keluar La La Land. But I dah shortened the name dah.
2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Which is also kind of like an Italian play on the L becoming like a Y, right?
That's a good one, actually.
Yeah.
Now
Good.
everything is,
It's got connected.
yeah, connected. Thanks,
Okay.
Dad. Thanks, everyone.
And we take a short intermission from
Okay.
La La Land and my age issue
Okay.
to go back to 2021 for a
Let's
second.
toss that one out.
Because 2021 was a big year for you
Alhamdulillah.
in terms of like singles. Ada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 keluar 2021. Macam mana you plankan benda ni? Did the label help out? How much creative control Aisha dapat dalam susunan ataupun pilihan lagu dan penciptaan lagu tersebut?
So I understand as a very, how to say, eager person yang nak tunjukkan semua bakat sebab pada masa tu kita tak tahu apa-apa lagi dalam industri. So I tend to macam, bukan nak kata show off, I macam nak tunjuk I boleh buat benda ni, I boleh buat benda tu, I boleh buat tu. Tapi semua tu sebenarnya tak penting apabila kita tak dapat the exact amount of support daripada team kita. So what do I mean by this? Sebab I baru lagi dalam music label I di Sony, dan I understand dorang punya fokus artis ada banyak lagi. And I ni consider as one of their urban new artist. So daripada situ I faham bahawa I tidak dapat difokuskan sebagaimana dorang ada full fokus kepada artis lain.
Kejap nak tanya, urban tu maksudnya apa? Sebab lagu you semua dalam bahasa Melayu. So apa yang what
They
is urban?
wanted to make me as an English artist at that time.
I see.
Yeah. But selepas perbincangan and dorang tengok, dorang study music influence I, discography and whatsoever, sebenarnya I should lebih sesuai menjadi artis domestic. Macam tu. Tapi it's not wrong also for you to, if you have any English draft, you want to sing English songs, there's always a way for us to help. Dorang kata macam tu lah. And then going back to 2021 where I had like few releases, different discographies, different genres and everything. Sebabnya adalah kerana, again, back to that, I wanted to try a lot of things. Kita sebagai anak muda yang kita rasa kita macam mampu buat segala apa yang kita mampu, walaupun kita tak berpaksikan dengan ajaran ilmu yang betul mungkin pada masa tu, I langgar je semua Amy. I wanted to try a lot of genres, ballad, R&B, you name it. Tapi kita tak tahu benda yang kita buat tu betul ke tak. Dan lucky for me to have a music label untuk nasihatkan I, untuk get me back on track. Sebenarnya you adalah artis domestik yang kami bentukkan menjadi seorang artis powerhouse vocalist. So dorang betul-betul influence I to get that in mind. You're a powerhouse vocalist, so you tahu where you're going. You want to try ballad, make sure you're showcasing what you want to showcase. You want to try R&B, make sure you showcase what you want to showcase. So on a creative perspective, of course limited untuk I berkarya. Disebabkan apa? Going back to that, I bukan artis yang difokuskan pada masa itu, because I faham I artis yang baru. So it's that.
It's part of the process.
It's part of the process.
Tapi creatively, Aisha tak pernah rasa macam bukan sebab salah label ke apa. Diorang memang ada point dia.
Yeah,
memang
diorang
betul.
ada point. Yep.
Tapi dari segi, you know, on the art side, like jiwa side,
Yep.
kan, you tak
Our
pernah rasa
passion.
macam terkurung disebabkan you nak mencuba sesuatu yang berbeza.
Yeah. In
Because
a way.
You are a powerhouse vocalist, but you could definitely do pop, you could eat that up, you could do R&B, you could probably do rap if you wanted to. You know, like, so salah ke nak cuba untuk seorang artis?
Yeah. Tapi again, music label is doing two things. Helping us to be a good artist, at the same time they're also thinking about their business. So of course it has to come both ways. Kita kena bagi dia something, dorang pun kena bagi kita something. So that's why pentingnya kita untuk ada mutual decision bersama dengan music label yang kita percaya untuk membawa kita ke another level sebagai seorang artis. And then di situ adalah sedikit demi sedikit, of course, perbalahan, bertikam lidah bersama mereka, tapi in a healthy way, because we need that, because we need to know,
because both parties kisah dan mengambil berat.
Yeah. Which is good.
Yeah.
Meaning I can slowly dictate that they are slowly focusing on me.
Yeah.
Apabila slowly mereka, every single move that I do in the music industry, they care, which is, it's good. This is what I want, right? Kan, in a way. Tapi kita sebagai creative person, as you said just now, kita of course ada rasa terkurung macam, should have done this genre instead, should have showcased what I do best instead. Tapi instead kita satisfykan the music label punya side, kita go for lagu yang dorang dah sediakan ataupun lagu yang dorang dah ask us to do. And Aisha pun berkata iya to that. Tapi Aisha bagi tahu dorang dengan syarat I boleh injectkan I punya trademark di situ. So what do I mean by that? Alhamdulillah, kerana I dah ada my songwriting experience, most of the songs that I released in 2021 I tulis sendiri. Sebab kenapa? Sebab I nak inject my own trademark. Sebab dekat situ je Amy, kita boleh tunjuk yang kita ni kreatif. Dekat side situ saja. Side lain bukan nak kata kita dikongkong, maksudnya kita diatur dengan baik oleh mereka. Sebab that's how music label works. I think so. So 2021 was a roller coaster ride for me.
Yeah, that's I mean, come on, 6 songs in 1 year. I can imagine satu lagu ada 3 bulan kan, of like marketing, promotion,
actually.
pre-pro, everything.
Yeah,
kan?
everything.
So that's 6, right? So if we just do the maths, that's 18 months that you need to actually execute 6 songs in a year, and we only have 12. So
aperture. So every like a couple of months gonna release. So that's the pressure lah. Everything's about most of my 6 songs, some of my 6 songs too, I buat adalah untuk OST.
Faham.
Dan
So dia macam hampir keluar serentak macam tu
betul.
Faham.
And then apabila kita bekerja untuk menulis lagu untuk sesuatu OST, kita kena berpaksikan ikut diorang punya sinopsis. And then macam mana I work dengan orang yang minta lagu I untuk dijadikan OST adalah dengan work according to the time given.
Which is mungkin singkat pula tu.
Yeah. So that's what I told you just now. Working under pressure, I think, not to say it's a thing for me, tapi it drives me to be more on time and lebih macam mana nak cakap, kita lebih matang dengan apa yang kita lakukan. Tapi again, sebagai creative person, kita always take time dengan apa yang kita nak buat, kan Amy? So apabila I nak take time, tak sempat. So along 2021 tu, bukan nak kata my singles tu bukan apa yang I nak, tapi it's not fully me, my 6 songs masa 2021. And then barulah 2022 apabila mutual decision semakin banyak bersama music label dengan I, banyak lagi yang I boleh explore. Di situlah di mana I release W.H.U.T, which is an English song, an R&B song, and it's a very urban song, and also, how to say, it's not mass.
Yeah.
Let's just admit it's not mass. So memang music label object. Why would you want to release an English song? You're a domestic artist, come on now. Aisha macam, boleh tak kita cuba untuk release lagu ni, sebab sekarang TikTok tengah hits. And I was inspired by Stacey Ryan and some other TikTok famous yang made it there untuk release diorang punya singles. So I rasa macam, I think it can work.
And social media sebenarnya sejenis tu yang sangat powerful, yang pernah, I mean, Sony berjumpa dengan Aisha dari mana kalau bukan dari social media?
True that.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's all about, okay, not 100% social media, of course it has to come with a talent, but social media plays a major role.
In terms of connecting you, it doesn't change the level of talent yang you ada, tapi mungkin orang yang betul boleh ternampak Aisha dekat situ. And you obviously understand what you're doing dari social media. Kalau tak, you takkan terjumpa dengan Sony in the first place.
True that. Yeah. Now that
Sony, I'm sorry, jangan marah. Saya tak masuk campur, sorry.
So apabila I release W.H.U.T, I pre-release dekat TikTok dulu. And I was like, let's try this. Kalau orang tak suka, so betul lah kot music label tak suka ni. Betul-betul lah ni, so music label is right.
Yeah.
Then, less than 24 hours, my TikTok video W.H.U.T, which I just teased the chorus, got into almost 1 million views. That was, I think, my first 1 million views.
Damn, girl.
Yeah, and I tell you, my followers is not that big. So macam, you know how algorithm of TikTok kan
macam,
so
maksudnya you punya content betul-betul viral lah.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. And then when it got there, the next day, the same guy who contacted me to be one of the artists in the music label terus, let's release this, buddy. And I macam tu.
Tapi mungkin kadang-kadang diorang cuba nak melindung you.
Betul.
Cuba nak
They have
melindung
a point.
career you.
Yes,
Semua betul dalam situation ni.
Yes.
But I'm happy you made it work.
Yeah. So I feel like, okay, now I understand what the term going with the flow. Okay, kita boleh go with the flow, tapi at the same time kita kena ada planning juga.
Oh, 100%.
Yes. So apabila like W.H.U.T, it's definitely a go with the flow kind of project, you know. Patutnya December tu, kalau dekat music label or anything music business, December is like a black date. How to say
Macam pantang untuk keluarkan
pantang
music.
untuk keluarkan lagu. Sebab it's Christmas.
And orang tak free untuk dengar.
Yeah, everyone is going on a vacation. Tak ada sempat nak tengok New Music Friday. Tak ada sempat. Maybe ada lah kot yang always dengar. Tapi the term of releasing songs in December is just totally absurd. Macam tak ada.
Kita patut take note Studio Sembang shutdown December ni. Semua tepuk.
I don't know about YouTube videos. Maybe orang tengok YouTube videos.
YouTube still okay lagi. Tapi
kalau
kita
kalau
kita tak ada cuti.
No need cuti. Okay, everyone is demanding on Studio Sembang. Okay, so memang DSP, digital streaming platforms ni, diorang tak terima lagu yang you baru nak hantar draft December, release December. There's no way of that. Tapi disebabkan lagu itu memang betul-betul viral and sampai Indonesia juga, which is my second hometown.
Yeah.
Then dorang came to a point, let's release this, tapi dengan preparation yang sangat kecil, which is I already have that song ready. Tapi music video tak ada, lyric video tak ada. So what I did, if you guys tengok dekat YouTube video, I was just like sitting with my kittens and just put like a big TV dekat situ, green screen, letak lirik. Settle. And I was just like vibing to the song. And ta-da! It's a whole lyric video, guys. So jadilah.
Janji jalan,
Janji
sister.
jalan. Korang dah tahu lagu tu.
Betul.
So orang pun tekan video tu pun sebab lagu, bukan sebab the lyric video. I tell you, the lyric video is, it's crazy sebab I tengah buat macam ni, orang tengah datang untuk macam makan, because like it was my cousin's birthday, so everyone, my whole family was macam tengok I tengah buat video tu.
Faham.
So it was so awkward, and I was like, I have to do this sebab dah apa ni, timeline dah very ketat.
Faham.
I hantar lepas tu. Dan alhamdulillah sampai sekarang orang pun apabila I pergi Indonesia atau sini, orang kenal lagu W.H.U.T tu.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
And imagine this is your project. You believed in it from the beginning.
Yeah.
And
And everything, it's produced by my brother as well.
really,
Lagu ni. Yeah. And it's
he does more than drive, obviously.
I mean, like right now he's also actively producing all the campaigns and also
That's
singing as
awesome.
well. Yeah. So what I can do, like, what I can say is there's always a first time in everything.
Yeah.
So it was his first time producing for literally an official track for the sister lagi-lagi.
Yeah. Just like your first time writing tu
Yeah.
was for your official track juga.
Yeah.
So tak apa, kadang-kadang pengalaman tu sangat penting.
Betul.
Bukan kita nak cakap pengalaman tu tak perlu. Tapi kadang-kadang kalau kita punya ketakutan dengan pengalaman yang tak cukup, ilmu yang tak cukup menghalang kita daripada mencuba sesuatu, itu bahaya juga.
Betul.
Nanti kita tak bergerak sampai ke sudah kita duduk kat situ.
Kita macam, alah tak start lagi. Nantilah.
Ya, nantilah. Then suddenly macam, saya dah 70. Apa jadi?
Betul. I rasa untuk you ada ketakutan tu biasa. Kita manusia biasa harus ada ketakutan tu. Bagus lah. Maksudnya kita nervous dengan apa yang kita buat. Maksudnya kita serious about
Sebab kita ambil berat lah.
Ya, ambil berat. Tapi at the same time, lawan lah takut tu. I think it's best for you to do it.
Kena. 2022, selain daripada, I mean, this amazing thing that happened for you kan, you also did big stage.
Yeah.
Big stage macam mana?
Big stage. Yeah, that's another thing. I feel like my music industry ni is full of clashing, guys.
Apa yang clashing?
Okay. First of all, yang I signing a music label tu, at the same time, I clash dengan my study.
Betul.
And then, my singing competition masa IPT3, clashing dengan my study.
Oh ya,
Okay,
betul.
and this one, big stage clashing dengan my promo for W.H.U.T.
Serious ah. And I know you
Yeah.
also kena COVID time tu kan, yang time you buat
Yeah,
big stage.
my week 6.
Macam-macam lah this girl.
It was fun, man. I rasa macam,
What do you mean it was fun?
no, it's colorful because like I get to experience this. Okay, it's not fun. Let me tell you, it's not fun. But then to recall back the experience, I rasa macam, not to say it's a flex, tapi macam it's a moment for you to tell to people macam, I had COVID when I was about to perform, and it's a pressure for me sebab tak boleh nak practice. I couldn't have a sound check, full dress rehearsal. I couldn't meet my friends, obviously. And then I terkurung dekat rumah. What I do is just like training dekat bilik je, sis.
So your big stage performances were all just like, they were like Rambo.
Just for that 1 week je.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I dapat COVID tu just for that 1 week. And then semuanya still as per planned.
As per plan. No,
But
because you
then-
did so good in it, right? So
much.
to have to deal with all of this stress, dia punya clashing semua tu, it's like, damn.
I tell you, I've always wanted to go to big stage. You know who inspired me during big stage season 2?
Siapa?
Nita Manis and Aziz Harun. Yeah, you're bestie, right?
Yeah, she's my bestie. I love her.
Nita inspired me a lot. But at that time, I don't know what this program is all about. I'm a big stage. Okay, another singing competition.
Yeah.
I've entered before, Vocal Mania, so it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Tapi rupa-rupanya big stage ni is much broader than that, where they take in all the, how to say, talented people online, like Instagram, YouTube, whatsoever, and you have to have at least 500k views in one of your videos in order for you to be eligible to
Yeah,
be
dia
one
ada
of the
syarat dia
contestants.
kan?
Yeah. And then I think that's pretty much interesting because like it's good yang orang banyak buat cover, semua dapat peluang untuk berada di stage, betul-betul stage yang orang jurikan
Betul.
dan memang di training kan.
Betul.
So and then kebanyakan alumni big stage semuanya polished. Semuanya dapat rezeki yang lebih luas daripada sebelum mereka masuk big stage. Di situlah I tengok seorang Nita Manis dan seorang kawan-kawan yang lain lagi, Aziz, Harun, Syada Amza dan sebagainya, diorang in the same batch. I rasa macam, okay, you know what, one day if I got a chance, if I
Masuk big stage.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then W.H.U.T is adalah pemangkin pemangkin. How does pemangkin is? What is pemangkin? It's a catalyst.
Oh, catalyst. Okay.
Yeah. W.H.U.T is the catalyst for me to enter to big stage because it's the only video I had that reaches over 500k views.
So dia punya macam walaupun dia clashing, pada masa yang sama kalau kita ubah sikit kita punya perspektif, dia tersusun.
Yeah.
Kan?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Semua macam, okay, initially I thought macam, alah clashing, macam mana nak promo lagu W.H.U.T ni, sebab Sony pada masa tu memang nak bawa I penetrate pergi Indonesia. Sebab lagu tu
that would've been
viral.
good.
Yeah, it went viral. Most of the streams came from Indonesia. So of course kita kena
pergi ke sana lah.
Pay homage. So macam thank you whatever, kena pergi sana, jumpa fans sana. Tapi pula big stage punya timeline dah start dah ni. Tak boleh.
God.
I kena proceed juga big stage. But at the same time, it's good sebab orang tahu I penyanyi W.H.U.T daripada big stage.
Yeah. So dia sama-sama naik lah.
Betul.
Kadang-kadang walaupun dia clashing, industri kita memang dia macam tu.
Betul.
When it rains, it pours. And when it's dry, you're sitting at home thinking, what am I doing with my life?
Amy 2024.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, back to big stage. I will be like, again, I mentioned Nita Manis almost 5 times. I mentioned your name, Aziz.
I'm gonna cut it and send it to her.
Yeah, she's super, super talented in it. And it made me oh my God. She was like my main inspiration. Like dalam banyak contestant, walaupun dia tak menang, tapi I rasa macam big stage jadi lebih berwarna sebab ada figura yang sangat talented seperti Nita Manis. Dan not to only mention Nita Manis, masa batch season 2 tu ramai yang talented. Macam Aziz Harun, he is known for his good songwriting. He entered that competition. And then macam-macam lagi 𝘾𝙍𝙗 dan sebagainya. And then fast forward, masa big stage 4, I dapat peluang untuk join big stage.
And it was your time.
Alhamdulillah.
It was your time.
It was amazing because the contestants pun, they're all equally talented. I
kadang-kadang
tell
benda
you.
tu memberi inspirasi for you to try harder as well kan.
And then macam, it gives me the vibe yang macam, oh, so now we're actually in a singing competition. Now the game is on.
Yeah.
Sebab I tell you, all the competitors dekat Big Stage season 4, because a lot of people also saying this, yang paling tough dorang kata.
Yeah.
Yeah, yang paling susah nak pilih who's the winner.
Nasib lah Aisha Retno.
That's right. And also Big Stage came also partially with undian, not only with undian jury.
Yeah, betul, which is susah juga.
Yes.
Nak
And
kena handle.
also there are like 3 Sabahans entering that singing competitions. We know how Borneo people are very supportive.
Yes,
in
I
terms of-
wish I was from Borneo.
Same.
Sorry kepada Selangor tapi
Not to say I'm not proud to be a Kelantanese, but yes, I can relate to that sebab diorang punya semangat.
and the supporting each other vibe too.
Yes, and then that's what actually I learned from my Borneo friends, Sabahan, Sarawakian friends.
They have the most hospitable, warm.
Betul.
Yeah.
I have to agree on that. And they feel, walaupun orang jauh daripada orang punya rumah, they feel they are close to home.
Yeah.
Diorang bawa dia punya culture,
Of course.
Yeah.
Which is so nice, eh?
which is so nice.
Yeah.
So apabila I enter the competition together with all the talented Sabahan, Sarawakians, I rasa macam, wow, this is a singing competition.
Betul.
This is tough.
Yeah.
I thought macam, okay, big stage, I think I boleh kot sebab I nak tunjuk apa yang I nak tunjuk. Tapi it's not as easy as that. And Nita have briefed me about this before.
She did?
Yeah, she was like, you're gonna be tired 24/7, Shah. You have to come with an idea like every single second because the production would want to like creative stuff going on. And I was like, okay, I think I'll handle this one with my team. Tapi tak boleh juga. Kena juga memang betul-betul you kena cepat.
Yeah, faham.
Cepat berfikir. Tapi big stage taught me a lot.
Yeah.
I pakai benda tu untuk menjadi seorang yang tangkas, cepat berfikir dan sebagainya sampai sekarang. If
Yeah,
I
problem
have,
solving skills tu kan.
yes, if I have a lot of shows right now, Alhamdulillah, semua tu kena come daripada kita sendiri untuk tahu macam mana solve a problem.
Betul.
And semua tu I belajar daripada big stage.
Dia sejenis training kan.
For a whole 8 weeks.
Faham.
Yeah.
Selain daripada big stage, around that time juga, you buat big screen juga, telefilm, you sister. Dia jadi pelakon.
sister.
Dia host juga untuk 𝙁𝙃𝙄𝙀 TV.
That was one time, right?
Okay, kejap. Tapi lakonan tu, macam mana? Would you do it again? You berlakon dengan Nazim Othman.
I know.
Who is just
crazy.
my hero.
Yeah.
I love him so much.
You berlakon dengan dia several times already, right?
I berlakon, no, I berlakon dengan dia sekali.
Sekali.
Tapi saya dah bagi tahu dia sebenarnya kalau saya boleh berlakon dengan dia saja sampailah ke sudah, saya happy.
Right.
Saya happy.
He gives out that
He's
good
just
vibes.
like, yeah, and he looks after you so nicely. He's like, are you okay? Like during the scene, like, how can we make
oh
it
my God,
better?
yes.
I was
Oh my God.
So you had one of like the best sparring partners of my entire career. So I know you're in good hands. Tapi how was it for you dari segi the acting part of it? Did you enjoy it? Would you do it again?
Okay, I have to say it's a combination of all feelings yang ada di muka bumi ni. Of course, I happy. Tapi pada masa tu, it was pretty rushing sebab time tu tengah puasa and dah nak raya. So kena finish that entire movie in no time.
Yeah.
And masa tu pula nama I maksudnya Alhamdulillah orang tahu I Aisha Retno big stage. So tiba-tiba nak berlakon. And berlakon tu pun sebenarnya ada alumni daripada 𝙁𝙁𝙄𝙎𝙁, which is Awira. So now that all the dots are connected, kebanyakan ni orang yang berlakon dalam telemovie tu adalah daripada alumni reality shows.
Of course.
And I feel convinced to do it more because like, you know, Awira ada kat situ dan sebagainya. Apabila I dapat macam Abang Nazim Othman menjadi hero, let's do this. But I'm scared, but let's do this. So my watak was a penggali kubur. Isteri seorang penggali kubur. It was very different.
For a second there, you almost had me, girl. I was like, your watak was a penggali kubur.
No, Nazim was the penggali kubur.
Nazim is the penggali kubur.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was literally doing that thing, you know?
he was doing the gullying lah.
The gullying lah.
Okay.
And then it's actually a horror story, which I love it. Sebab I pernah cakap dengan my mom, Mami kalau kapan-kapan bisa jadi hantu, pengen deh. Watak hantu ya, bukan jadi hantu. Pengen deh. Sebab macam, I mean, you can do like all the expressions.
Like the creepy things.
Creepy
it's out of the
thing.
box.
Yeah, something weird lah. You don't have to keep doing that pretty face and stuff like that. Maksudnya, to me, sebab I kalau berada di big stage sepanjang 8 minggu, I tak pernah bawakan genre lagu yang sama. So ada 1 minggu tu I bawa lagu Lati. Lagu Lati is very mystical kind of song. And time tu lah I berkarya dengan facial expression, dengan semua tu, dengan makeup buruk-buruk. Semua I buat. I suka. I tak tahu kenapa. Walaupun benda tu my mom tak approve sebab seram sangat. Dia rasa macam, this is not my child. Dia macam tu. Macam seram sangat your makeup. Tapi bila I dapat offer, okay, cerita ni cerita hantu. Okay, ons. I thought I'm gonna be the hantu. Rupanya isteri. Rupanya isteri, sis.
So you still got the good role.
Yeah, so I kena jadi yang very timid, very takut, yang macam totally 100% different from my character lah. And then of course, isteri penggali kubur, kita tinggal di kampung, kita punya pakaian pun kena messy whatsoever. And macam, okay, I suka. Tak payah letak banyak foundation. Sebab at that time, I was so sick of makeup sebab 8 minggu di big stage. Oh my God, my
and
skin.
it's like all out kan.
My skin cannot breathe, I tell you. Sebab macam, it's different tau kalau you berlakon punya makeup dengan makeup apabila you on stage.
Dia kena lagi tebal.
You know, right? Yeah. Dia macam, tak boleh bernafas lah. And then apabila I berlakon dapat tu, oh, okay, makeup pun sikit-sikit je. Tapi bila I dah on set, it's harder than I thought, sis. Bila kita dapat the script, kita terus kena macam hafal lah kan and everything. And ada satu masa tu, I punya first, apabila I masuk set, I kena terus berlakon, I takut. I kena act, I takut. And I cannot do that. Sebab banyak sangat kamera. I macam, this is different. Sebab kat big stage, I tak pernah. I kena macam jadi takut whatsoever. You kena jadi berani kan kalau you on stage. Memang kena macam berlakon takut. Lepas tu I tanya kat Abang Nazim, how to do this? He briefed me from A to Z.
Of course he did. That's such a Abang Nazim thing
amazing.
to do.
I tell you, kalau you guys dapat tengok balik the telemovie yang korang anggap macam, oh, Aisha pandai berlakon, sebenarnya tu semua Abang Nazim yang tolong I. Like he was there, like in the back of the camera. He's always like, do this, do that, do that. He's technically the director of my own role.
He's like that though. He's very generous. Yeah.
And ada satu masa ni, I tengok dia punya scene adalah menangis. He can just cry like that.
Yeah,
Oh
he
my
can.
God.
He can.
How though?
Yeah. But yeah. I tell you a story about Abang Nazim, right? We were doing a scene for pengantin satu malam ke apa aja.
I know
dia yang terpaksa semua tu. He's doing the scene with me.
And then?
I was doing the same with him. And you know, like when you're like trying to like, mungkin when you're trying to sing, if I can make a comparison lah, macam you nak capai note tu tapi you tahu you tak boleh, and you're like looking at your friend that's singing with you in a duet, and you're like,
It's
and they
awkward.
know, right?
Okay.
So my scene was like, I'm full on crying, having like a mental breakdown dengan the pen, trying to stab myself. Like,
Okay.
it's drama. It's
Okay.
drama.
Okay.
And the tears were just like, they were stuck, babe. I was just having a moment, you know.
It's not coming out.
Air mata tu tak nak keluar. And air mata I sebenarnya keluar jenis cepat, senang keluar. So I'm looking at him like, it's just not coming out. And then Nazim was looking at me like, and he like got it, and he was like, cut. And I was like, he was like, you can do better, you can do better.
Oh, he's so
I
nice.
just felt like dalam saat tu, I felt like, wow, I tengah buat satu sini with my teammate. Like not like my enemy, not my colleague, with somebody who has my back. Yeah, so I understand.
So
would you act again?
Would I act again? Good question. Let me think. I mean, like if I get like a different role, macam ada pernah juga I last year I berlakon for Gadis musical. Dekat
Yes,
TV3.
how was that?
My role is pretty much what I do.
Faham.
Yeah, so I'm seorang penyanyi dalam
Yeah.
drama tu. Tapi I kena jadi yang 𝘾𝙍𝙄𝙀, I kena yang jadi macam diva and stuff like that.
Kelainan lah.
Yeah, kena kelainan, which I like it.
Yeah.
And actually every role that I got from a drama, I suka. Tak ada yang I tak suka. But again, back to the question, would I act again for the time being, for this year specifically? Mungkin tidak. I adalah juga dapat beberapa offer juga daripada orang-orang hebat. Tapi I rasa I cakap dengan dorang mungkin ada lagi luasan yang lebih jauh berbakat daripada I yang menginginkan role-role begini. Bukannya I tolak kerana macam tak payahlah, I kan penyanyi. Tidak. I memang seorang yang suka mencuba.
Yeah.
And I feel berlakon adalah something yang menjadi juga training untuk seorang penyanyi lebih ekspresif to me. Menjadi lebih berani untuk menunjukkan sisi ekspresif you yang lain. Bukan sahaja menjadi seorang berani, menjadi seorang yang boleh vulnerable, showing your feelings lah dekat audience. Sebab I rasa menjadi seorang pelakon, you kena menangis macam tu je, you kena marah with the director's call macam by command, right? And I think it's not easy to me, and I have my full on respect towards actors and actress and theatre players and whatsoever. Sebab to me it's not easy. And going down to offers like that, I katakan dekat mereka, InsyaAllah kalau ada rezeki lagi, I totally will take it. Sebab memang tahun ni Alhamdulillah ada beberapa like concerts coming already. So I pun macam rasa kena fokus dengan these things.
Faham.
And I don't want no more distraction. Enough, the tickets are my only distraction for now. So I'm just gonna focus on other things. Because 30 kucing I sudah menjadi distraction yang cukup besar untuk hidup I. Itu saja.
Betul lah tu. Okay, so next topic I nak tanya is about your EP, AR. How long was this macam, berapa lama untuk Aisha macam ciptakan this EP, like figure it out, decide macam direction macam mana dia punya storytelling, susunan, I don't know what else like musicians think about, tapi how did you make this happen?
It took me a year to finish this EP. To me, untuk EP, untuk jangka masa setahun adalah cukup sekejap. Sebab kadang-kadang orang ada ambil masa dalam 2 atau 3 tahun untuk habiskan EP. Betul.
Wow.
Sebab diorang betul-betul curate kan lagu itu untuk menjadi something yang diorang fikir akan didengarkan oleh audience yang ramai. Tapi untuk I, kerana ada kekangan masa yang cukup-cukup intense, I habiskan semua dalam after raya. Lepas tu kita orang terus hantar dekat DSP approve, kita orang terus okay, let's release this on November 2023.
Yeah.
And then ada 3 lagu baru, 3 lagu yang sudah sedia ada dekat digital streaming platform. So the process was pretty much a roller coaster ride again. And then apa yang I boleh kata, semua lagu yang ada dalam EP tu adalah cerita benar, kisah benar daripada kehidupan I. Seorang remaja yang kita kadang-kadang jatuh cinta, but at the same time kita feel macam, oh, I'm sick of this kind of relationship whatsoever. So whatever that I've been feeling sepanjang I hidup dalam dunia ni, I zahirkan di dalam EP I. Sebab itu tajuk dia adalah Cycle of Life of my EP. And tajuk besar dia adalah AR. So macam ada lagu, especially macam lagu Teduh, the song is called Teduh in the EP. It tells a story about how I appreciate fully kehadiran seorang ibu dan bapa. And that song is especially written, curated for my mom. And if you notice lagu Teduh tu ada sound seperti Jawa, all the Jawa culture going on. It's because I wanted to pay homage also to my Jawa culture. So again, everything dalam EP tu sebenarnya bukan saja tentang cinta. Sebab to me, cinta is universal. It's not only about you and your significant other, tetapi juga kepada orang yang
Your
you follow
friends, your
naturally.
family.
True
Semua tu kan.
that. And
Yeah.
I'm so happy that Sony memberi peluang untuk Aisha untuk releasekan EP. For me, it's quite eye-opening sebab orang yang release EP ni kadang-kadang orang yang dah ada like 3 or 4, 5 years of ada dekat industri, tapi pada masa tu I baru 3 tahun pertama dalam industri. Diorang kata, it's okay, we believe in you. Please release an EP. Let people hear what you've been writing and keeping all this way in your draft. Alhamdulillah, sampai dah sekarang.
Yeah, and it's been on a roll for you. So but after that, then 2024 happened and it was ketipung everywhere. Oh my God.
Ketipu, yeah.
Ketipu.
I love your TikTok videos, sis.
Thank you.
Like,
I was
terus
like, there's
macam-
no other song that I want to do this year. Like, ketipa. Sorry, I keep getting confused because of that one Leona video of the ketiap.
Yeah, man. Until now. That's why I asked her to be like a cameo. Masuk kat
No,
Hadis
but
Indonesia.
genius idea. Genius idea. So, okay,
That's
let's talk about
amazing.
ketipung
Okay.
raya,
Uh-huh.
which I keep getting confused for ketipung sayang because I've lip synced to it so many times.
Yeah.
I'm like ketipung sayang.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's a
so
little tongue
that
twister, no?
blew up like nobody's business. Like nobody's business.
Alhamdulillah, yeah.
How was that for you? You must be so proud. Look at the role that you're on. Like EP smashed it. Ketipung.
Yes, you nailed it, girly. Tengok Amelia
I boleh practice bahasa
Henderson,
Melayu. Belaya.
Malaya. Alah, tiba-tiba buat lagu pula. She slayed it. Ketipung raya.
Ketipung raya.
Easy peasy for you.
Thanks, girl. How did you handle like the that blowing up? Macam mana di blow up macam tu?
Okay, this might sound like a little cliche or whatever, tapi memang kita orang tak expect lagu tu akan blow up sebesar apa yang orang saksikan. Sebab lagu tu sebenarnya umur dia dah setahun. Sebab kita orang dah simpan dekat draft tu last year punya raya.
Serious?
Hari raya keempat. So cerita dia, I had a song with Aziz Harun called Jarak. And at that time memang kita orang dah plan lama lah. Jarak ni memang betul-betul curated plan punya song lah. Memang macam kau nak release time tu before raya, way before raya, way after my big stage.
Yeah.
2022. No. Way after my something lah. I had my other stuff also going on. And then I released lagu Jarak bersama Aziz Harun. And then time tu pula puasa raya. Then Aziz was like, you know what? I sebenarnya tak pernah ada lagu raya. And I was like, me too, Aziz. I've never had like an official raya song. It's always me covering raya songs and whatever. Aziz tanya, nak tak tulis lagu raya with me? Nak tak tulis lagu dengan I was like, I'm down. What do you have in mind? Dah ada the draft or anything? Then dia dah ada chorus part. And he wanted to let me finish and review. And dia kata, kalau you nak tukar 100% lagu tu pun, go ahead. And I cakap, let's try to listen to it first. Then turns out, I tak nak tulis lagu tu sorang-sorang sebab I know how talented Aziz is. So we sat down together, the raya song. And then I cakap dengan dia, you know what? Let's do this song the way how 𝙁𝙃 do it. The way how old people, not say old people, macam orang-orang legend buat zaman-zaman dulu, which diorang masukkan kemelayuan, ada adat joget, rentak joget. That raya song that you hear, macam you tutup mata pun you tahu ni lagu raya.
Yeah.
Macam tu. So we came up with an idea yang kita orang nak jogetkan lagu ni. So it's a rentak joget.
Yeah.
Like when you hear the song, kita tahu benda tu adalah lagu raya. And then Aziz let me to macam rombak lagu dia and everything. But of course the essence of the song yang daripada Aziz masih lagi ada. So that's what I like about working with seorang Aziz Harun, kerana dia terbuka untuk ideas. And he's very flexible as well. Fast forward, kita orang pre-release lagu tu masa hari raya keempat. And then it got viral macam mana W.H.U.T worked.
Yeah.
And then within 24 hours, it hit like 1 million views. And kita orang cakap macam, I think ni macam W.H.U.T 2.0 lah. Let's release this. But it's too late, sis. Dah hari raya keempat. No, this was last year. We're talking about last year.
Oh, last year.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, hang on a second.
Brain
No,
fart.
I definitely posted it before first raya. Okay.
So it was too late. The pre-release dekat TikTok.
Faham.
Fast forward, rupanya dah setahun lagu tu. And tu pun ada lama dah tak macam
Tak terfikir lah. Tak macam
terfikir
dah
lah.
terlupa sikit
And
pasal
tak
lagu tu.
borak also dengan Aziz dah lama, because we are also very busy with
Yeah.
our lives. tiba-tiba Aziz reminded me again, hey, Raya dah nak dekat, do you want to actually release a song? And I kata, bukan korang dah lupa sebab dah setahun kan? And then kita orang pergi record je balik. And then time tu pula clashing lagi sis. With what? With anugerah juara lagu.
Yes, which kejap lagi. After this, I want to ask you about that.
So clashing about that, pada masa January and February, I cakap, can we even do it? Because I'm so sorry if I cannot commit on time whatsoever. Then Aziz cakap macam, okay, ikut your time. Ikut macam mana you work. And then, tada, within one day, kita orang dah habis record. And then we plan to release it just 2 weeks before Raya. And Alhamdulillah, good timing. Pada masa tu, orang baru teringat-ingat lagu Ketipak Ketipung Raya ni sebenarnya wujud. Sebab imagine it was already a year. People nak recall pun take time, right?
Yeah, betul.
And then masa like 5 days before Raya, baru dia viral betul-betul. And then I macam, oh my God, Aziz, is this really working? Like our first Raya song? And then like sampai I macam tengok scroll TikTok sampai Indonesia. Like we know like people doing it as Indonesian.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And then kita orang lagi excited apabila seorang Amelia Henderson membuat TikTok.
Janganlah.
Ketipak Raya, guys. No.
Yes, girl.
Let me tell you how. Okay, let me cosplay like the situation. I pass macam your video, kan, TikTok video. I hantar link to Aziz. Aziz was like, dude, shut up. Dia terus call I, is this really the Amelia Henderson? Yeah.
No, stop. Like, why though? That's too much. No, but like really, guys, that was too much. I was just
No, seriously, I think like sebab
baju raya ada beli ke sayang.
No, that's like it's super clean what you do.
Oh, thanks.
You were doing like a transition, no?
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, kan? I was like,
What can I say?
what can I say? No. Okay.
On my side pula cerita ni macam mana? I tengah shooting campaign entah apa dekat Airbnb. Syaz kat sebelah. Syaz macam, you pakai baju raya. Cuma kita buat lagu raya transition. I was like, yeah, let's do the Aisha Retno one. Because I dah lama nak buat. Tapi, babe, I macam... When you gonna, like, do you see me often in a baju kurung? You know what I mean? I'm like, baju raya dah beli ke belum? Tak sure lah, gang. Mana?
So, sure lah, gang.
Yeah, so I was like, okay. And so I this year pun, I had like a lot of baju raya coincidentally because I did it. I did a collaboration with Alia.
That's good.
So I was like, okay, let me figure this out. And so Shaz and I were like, we have to get this right. We have to get this right with them.
It was on time.
Thanks, girl. I'm
Like,
super fussy about my timing for my transitions. I'm like, if the timing is off, I can't sleep at night.
Yeah, it's like, it's a bad transition.
It's a bad transition.
Yeah,
It's got to be
transition.
clean. Otherwise, what?
Yeah, a transition has to be a transition.
Yeah, I can't. Otherwise, I just get like...
But
yeah.
When we're seeing the transition, I think that's where people orang lain pun start to do that transition trend.
Yeah.
Trust me, sebab masa tu tak ada transition idea lagi tau. You know,
yeah.
people were just lip syncing to the song. So when like your videos and some other celebrities doing
I
it,
think it was some other celebrities as well. I don't think I can take credit for that because I rasa
you
I
also.
nampak orang buat transition tu and I nak ikut. You faham tak?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
it's
it's community service. Community service. Kita semua saling membantu.
It's a combination of all lah. Then like a lot of people are doing it generally, and then kita orang pun sangat happy sebab sebenarnya Ketipak Ketipung Raya ni proses dia macam W.H.U.T.
Yeah.
Which tak ada siapa anggap lagu ni sebagai focus single.
Faham.
Because it's a Raya song, that is one, and then lagu tu dah lama dekat draft, and then people would definitely forget about it. That's what the assumptions initially.
Kadang-kadang dia jadi macam tu kan, di mana macam benda yang kita meletakkan paling banyak, paling tinggi punya effort, kadang-kadang tak seberapa diterima bandingkan dengan benda yang kita macam rushing dan tak tahu dan entah jalan
And a minute.
and suddenly it's like, this is the one you
Yeah,
like.
betul.
Yeah, it's hard to predict kan.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm sure it applies to your
It applies to everything. It applies to dramas, acting, social media content. It's
campaigns,
all the same.
right?
Campaigns, all same.
Selalu macam tu. And
Yeah.
then
You see me, Sunlee and I shooting one shot just to get it perfect with the light reflection for 3 hours.
yeah.
And then I posted, I'm like, oh, nobody cared. It was just us, babe. It was just us.
Faham.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's macam the algorithm is wanting
And then
something.
Sunlee and I are like,
macam-
okay, we have 10 minutes. Just sit there, come on. Like, we're done.
It worked.
And then I'm like, wow, people loved it. So you never know.
Yeah, we never know the algorithm. And same goes to Ketipak Ketipung Raya. Apabila kita orang release main-main, and it wasn't actually an actual music video pun, Emily. It's really, not to say macam bukan yang cantik. It's pretty to me. Cantik je tu susun je. Cuma it's a one take video where everyone was rushing. Orang dah call dah bila nak ingest this song to the digital streaming platforms sebab Raya is coming. It's nearing. So you gotta have an MV assets, which is the assets are single covers and other stuff going on your discography. So benda tu kena siap dalam waktu kita orang habiskan dalam 5 hari. Untuk sebenarnya logiknya satu single yang nak keluar ambil masa dalam berminggu-minggu untuk nak jadi perfect lah when you're in a music label. Not sure how independent artists work, but macam tu lah kalau music label nak proses ingestion kepada digital streaming platforms ambil masa. Okay, so back again to yang apabila lagu tu viral kat TikTok, kita orang buat main-main. And then yang main tu lah naik. Yang kita orang buat betul-betul tu lah macam
Faham?
Yeah, what you said.
But it always ends up being like that. And sometimes dia sedikit frustrating, tapi it's a reminder that kita kena, jadi lebih kreatif maybe. And go with the flow a little bit.
Go with the flow.
Kan?
Yes. Yeah. And yeah, again, I'm so happy untuk lahirkan lagu Ketipak Ketipu Raya ni bersama Aziz Harun. Kerana he's Bruneian. And dia boleh juga introduce rentak joget kepada negara dia. And then turns out
it's like so cute because it's like a Bruneian and a half Indonesian come together to make a Malaysian song.
Asian.
Yeah.
Let's go.
United.
Kan dia jadi Nusantara punya lagu.
Sangat.
And then memang Aziz pun told me bila dia balik Brunei, everyone was calling him Ketipak Ketipung Guy. I know.
Ketipak Ketipung Guy.
Yeah. Because like Brunei kan kecil kan.
Don't let them watch Leona's video. It could go really bad.
And then same goes to me also when I recently ada pergi Jakarta for something. Orang macam, ini kakak ketipang-ketipung kan? Macam, yeah, ketipang-ketipung, that's me. Yeah.
So cute. Oh my god, I love it.
That's so cute. When people
super,
know
super
us
cute.
for our songs, benda tu dia macam satu level of satisfaction yang lebih best.
Puas hati kan?
Puas
hati.
Macam like you, kalau macam orang tahu you sebab drama, dia akan jadi macam, oh my role.
No, you know what does it for me?
What?
Sembang. I'm like, yes, that's me. Yeah, you're right. That's right. Do it again. I liked it.
Studio Sembang girl.
Yeah, no. Sembang.
Sembang? Like, legit?
Yeah.
Sembang?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use.
Yeah.
I'm
Sembang. I'm like, yeah. That's my
call
new
you
legal name. That's right.
Amelia Sembang Henderson.
Siti Sembang Henderson.
Siti! Dia terus Siti tau, guys. But that's a good one. That's a cute one.
Another thing I want to ask you about that happened that was super monumental for you is 100% AJL.
Yeah, man.
We got to talk about it.
Yeah.
Firstly, what an insane performance. I'm like, is she
Thank you,
on stage
babe.
making a loop in real time before she like flies? What in the Tinkerbell am I watching? Like, I was like,
Tinkerbell?
no, she's like, you started it by making a loop, which I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, that's risky.
Yeah.
Itu menakutkan
It's
tau
pretty
untuk buat
risky.
macam in real life.
Yeah,
Sebab
yeah.
kalau you tersilap apa-apa, you tak ada bye-bye. The whole
Bye-bye.
song bye-bye, right?
Yeah.
So you're making a loop in real life. Lepas tu you terbang pula tu. And also on top of that, kalau tak silap, I heard you had like a little bit of anxiety about the entire performance
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of that flight thing. Tell us everything. We want to know.
Okay, let's start with the loop machine.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of people banyak tolong I untuk proses melakukan loop machine ni because I've never touched this loop machine body, tak pernah try or anything. Then I have my few friends, macam Euwyn. Euwyn helping me a lot in this, and then Leah is the one owning the loop machine. Leah is also a popular independent artist also dekat indie scene, and she always bagi tahu I dia selalu guna loop machine ni kalau dia buat show di mana-mana saja. So in a way she is very experienced in this loop machine. So fast forward masa January, at the same time I tengah busy buat ketipung semua, I spare my time untuk belajar loop machine, which is to me susah, babe. Susah. Sebab timing tu kena betul dan sebagainya. And also I work with MF, which is also my co-writer for Sutera, the AJL song. And then I kena ada, how to say, knowledge yang betul-betul, orang kata macam tepat time lah benda tu. But I'm so happy in the end of the day, benda tu sebenarnya tak sesusah yang kita anggap apabila kita ada solid team yang membantu kita, which is also the other musicians like MF, Brandon from MF, and then ada Leah, and then also Euwyn and everyone yang sama-sama macam, okay, let's get this loop machine. Walaupun benda tu 30 saat je.
Oh, it was so impactful. So impactful.
Alhamdulillah. So benda tu 30 saat, tapi it's an intro. If you messed up the intro, you might mess up
Everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So benda tu yang buat I rasa macam sampai I rasa, should I just drop the idea of doing this loop machine? Because it's pretty daring. And you're doing your debut with loop machine dekat AJL, ya. Benda tu tak main-main. Macam I rasa kalau you nak buat benda apa yang you tak pernah buat dekat show you yang lain-lain kot. AJL mungkin you buat apa yang you dah selesa. Ramai dah cakap macam tu. And I was like, tapi bila lagi I get to sing this Sutera song with a loop machine
I'm
di
proud of you.
AJL. So I tried loop machine and everything. And also the music director, which is Genevieve in AJL.
She's
dia kata
awesome.
macam, she is awesome, let me tell you. And she's very, how to say, dia ada jiwa Gen Z dia tau.
Yeah.
She's very chill.
Ini Abang Hazam punya
Yeah.
influencer.
I think so. Influence pengaruh daripada Abang Azam.
Mungkin.
Lepas tu I rasa macam she's very chill. Dia macam, Aisha, whatever you want to do, whatever idea, throw it at me.
They're so cool.
I will listen. Sebab you know how kita punya perception, this is not a bad perception, this is just us showing respect to legend artists, legend musician whatsoever. Selalu kita berfikir macam kita kena hormat mereka. Jangan kita melulu memberitahu idea kita sangat untuk kita nak tunjuk kita ni kreatif.
Yeah.
Tapi at the same time kita kena tunjuk juga. So kita kena cari cara. Tapi for Kak Genevieve is very, how to say dia macam, dia yang minta idea daripada kita. Dia macam, jangan takut dengan I might be a legend, some say. Dia kata macam tu. Tapi buat kita macam kawan je. Dia cakap macam tu. And I was like, let's get it. Happy lah I
Yeah.
sebab macam I
Very
boleh,
welcoming and
betul. I boleh tunjuk I punya demo Sutra untuk versi AJL one by one kepada beliau. And then she understood every single thing that I'm trying to execute untuk AJL. So jadilah kita orang punya training pun ambil masa dalam a week or two using that loop machine and to fly and whatsoever. And jadilah AJL on the day. I think it's 3rd March if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
and you must have been so nervous.
I am, because I think I was the only one yang orang kata BBNU. So BBNU ni budak baru nak up lah orang kata. And panggilan BBNU tu kebanyakan yang dapat daripada big stage. Yeah. So everyone yang alumni big stage dipanggil BBNU. So budak
I
baru nak up.
see.
So I was the only budak baru nak up yang join AJL, even semi-final music. So before AJL, that was semi-final music. Semi-final music happened the same time as my EP. So itu pun satu juga. Bila I dapat offer semi-final music tu, because like in order for you to masuk semi-final music, you kena mendapat undian yang cukup untuk
see.
beberapa minggu. Memang it's like a carta.
Faham.
Yeah, and then you kena make sure lagu you tu bertahan di carta untuk beberapa minggu untuk valid lagu tu untuk pergi semi-final music dan kemudian if ada rezeki AJL. So that happened to Sutra, my song. I'm super thankful for my fans dan orang-orang yang support lagu I. Lagu tu masuk ke carta music and semi-final music and semi-final music dah tak ada undian. So it's all on us and the jury is watching. So kita buat sehabis baik je lah. And I thought to myself macam, okay, lagu Sutra ni is quite daring. Because a lot of people told me macam lagu ni is not Malaysian punya stereotype. Sebab it's EDM and it's Jawa. And tak banyak orang yang tahu juga, kita orang Jawa banyak dekat Malaysia. So I'm trying to actually unite the culture of Indonesia and Malaysia in that Sutera song. And lagu ini dianggap controversial juga. Sebab I think because ada orang kata lagu ni macam pemujaan, it's like calling and something
Right.
like that. Yeah. And I totally understand, maybe because it's not familiar to their ears. And when I get the chance to explain, I explained it on TikTok. And it was amazing because like people were reacting
Macam
to
dia
that
finally
video.
got it.
Yeah, they finally got it. They finally got what I'm trying to execute in that song. And then fast forward, lagu tu mara ke semi-final music. But I didn't think at all that lagu tu akan mara ke AJL because like it's a controversial song at that time. But I just gotta do what I gotta do. I perform, and alhamdulillah akhirnya I was one of the finalists untuk
Yeah.
ke AJL.
And you won. What do you
Alhamdulillah.
mean one of the finalists? You won best performance,
Thank you
which
so
you
much.
deserved.
Oh my god, thank you.
Yeah, you did.
It
You
was-
killed it.
It was pretty tiring to actually execute what I want to execute. But again, as I mentioned, berakir-akir dahulu, bersenang-senang kemudian kan.
Yeah.
And I feel macam benda tu sampai sekarang, video yang I perform di semi-final music dan juga di AJL, I tengok sampai sekarang, Emilia. I tengok betul-betul macam, oh my god, this is what I wanted. All this while in my 4 years of the industry, anugerah juara lagu is big. It's huge. Then, do I want to do it again? Yes, with a different song. And I feel macam AJL sampai sekarang orang pun lebih mengenali Aisha, alhamdulillah, dengan lagu yang lagu Sutra tu. And lebih ramai orang dipengaruhi oleh genre-genre EDM ethnic like this. And I feel itu adalah salah satu kemenangan yang lain untuk I. Apabila orang ramai berkata macam ada certain also my friends yang in the industry, Aisha, can you help me to do these kind of genres, which is your genre, which is EDM ethnic? And I would love to. And then I love how the Malaysian music industry boleh menerima genre sebegini. Because jarang yang boleh katakan. But at the same time, I boleh katakan walaupun genre tersebut tiada, tetapi lama-lama wujud kerana orang percaya dengan ada platform besar seperti AJL itu boleh mengubah nasib seseorang artis. And it really did. It really did. Yeah.
Faham. Yeah. One thing is for sure, yang tak boleh di questionkan selepas that performance is that you really are a performer, girl. Like you bring it. And I think sampai sekarang, the hardest singing show yang we discussed also tadi, that you're doing, you keep proving that every week as well.
Thank you so much.
Do you finally feel sekarang in your career that you're at a point di mana you rasa macam, oh yeah, I'm where I need to be. Like I've made it in the sense that macam at least I dapat rasa security sikit dari segi my position within the industry.
I have to agree on that. At the same time, risau pun ada. Because, you know, I always ingat dalam my mind, sustainability is harder than for you to reach there. Get it? Maksudnya macam, you nak sustain you punya career di industri jauh lebih susah daripada you nak capai bintang yang you nak capai selama ni. Which is to me, my own bintang personally is AJL lah. AJL and also some other stuff also. And apabila I dah capai bintang tu, macam mana I nak collect bintang-bintang yang lain? Macam mana I nak kumpul bintang-bintang yang lain untuk I gapai lagi bintang-bintang yang I belum gapai? So maksudnya untuk kita meneruskan perjalanan kita di music industry career, kita haruslah konsisten. That's why I came to a point where I feel the Hardest Singing Show merupakan salah satu platform yang cukup baik untuk I meneruskan perjalanan I. At the same time, I worked on a few singles also. And at the same time, selepas AJL, I dapat offer untuk Java Jazz juga di Indonesia. And then all I can say is AJL is some sort of a saint to me. Sebab mengubah nasib itu satu. Kedua, menjadikan I seorang artis yang tidak mudah putus asa dalam apa-apa jua keadaan in UWI. I kena always ada asset with me. Asset meaning macam, what's next? What's next? What's next? You can't just like sit there, dah lah, dah menang AJL, buat apa nak buat benda lain lagi. Tak boleh, kita tak boleh macam tu. Sebab, of course, orang kata macam AJL is the biggest of everything. Tapi, we won't stop there. There's always be another AJL coming next year. Another AJL, another new blood. Maybe the same blood joining AJL as well. So, take AJL sebagai penanda aras you sebagai artis yang berkaliber. Mungkin sejadi artis yang sudah matang. At the same time, berjalanlah lagi sampai you puas dengan apa yang you rasa. Dan berjalanlah lagi di dalam music industry dengan merasakan music industry adalah business dan passion. Sebab selama ni, I joined in the music industry, masa I early 20s, I just not full on tunjukkan my passion. But now that it's already an occupation for me, it's a job for me, so I can think also about music business side. And I feel the only way is to be consistent and sustain.
100%.
And
that's why like one of your plans this year is you have a showcase coming, right? November.
It's in November.
That's a huge step for any artist. Especially dekat Malaysia di mana untuk buat a solo showcase tu adalah something yang I mengharapkan personally on a personal level. I mengharapkan semua Malaysian artist akan buat sebegitu. Tapi kadang-kadang dia banyak gila kerja masalahnya.
Tons of shows.
And then you think about Hardest Singing Show juga pada masa yang sama. How is the process of like planning your own showcase?
So actually my showcase ni plan dia terjadi semasa AJL. So I got a huge help from my good sister. I would say a sister. She's a good friend, but a sister to me, 𝙀𝙃𝙄𝙎𝙊𝘏. She helped me a lot in order for me to execute what I want in AJL. In terms of financial, in terms of links, in terms of whatever lah. Everything yang menjadikan apa korang tengok on stage tu, 𝙀𝙃𝙄𝙎𝙊𝘏 is the one yang menjadi backbone I. And then she said, can you do me a favor after AJL? And I was like, what's up? I was like, I'm always down for, you know, if you want anything, I'm here for you, Kak Yuka, because she's also Indonesian. So, you know, it's like, you know, Indonesian, meeting Indonesian, you know, there's always like something going on if you meet Indonesians. And then she is a concert organizer at the same time. So she's like, I want you to be in my concert this upcoming November. And I was like, okay, with who? Who are the artists? You're the only one. I was like, come again? Like, is this for real? Because masa tu belum AJL lagi. So
Yeah.
I was very insecure. I was, how to say, like, it's almost not logic for me to do a showcase because, like, I don't know what's going on after AJL, right?
Yeah.
So I macam, ada korang nak tengok siapa lah Aisha Retno ni boleh buat, you know, concert or showcase dekat ZEP. Because ZEP is big to me because, like, I've performed, like, alhamdulillah, like 14 times already dekat ZEP. But most of them are, like, collaboration performances, concert performances with other artists, opening acts,
Yeah.
supporting acts. It's never like that solo show.
Yeah.
And then apabila you karisma, my favorite is just for you to be in my show and for you to commit 100% in my concert, dia kata. And I was like, inshallah, I'll try my best, but I don't know whether I can, in business side, I can, you know, give
Like
you a good,
handle all
yeah,
that.
like handle. Because, like, the ticket sales is going to be, how to say, because ZEP is big and they have, like, a lot of sections. And I was like, macam mana orang nak beli ni? Do they know my song at that
That's
time?
just
yeah?
imposter syndrome, sister.
Yeah, you
Jangan layan
know.
sangat perasaan nervous tu.
Yeah, yeah.
Kena
And
cuba juga.
then, alhamdulillah, after AJL, people are starting to ask, macam, does this girl gonna do, like, macam, like a
Yeah, her own
plausible, like,
showcase. Yeah.
showcase or concerts or yada yada yada? Because we don't want to see her at AJL 𝙀𝙃. Like, we want to see her somewhere else. Like, of course, besides of that main concert punya plan, main showcase punya plan, I had, like, job offers also, like, for shows and whatsoever. And it was never ending. Actually, sampai ketipak-ketipung raya came pun, it's still ongoing lah. Like, it's like a top up, you know. After AJL, then you had ketipak-ketipung raya. It's like a whole top up.
Like
macam
boosting itself, right?
boosting,
Yeah.
which is, I cakap macam, I feel macam I dah sampai mungkin dekat tahap yang I've been wanting for the past 4 years. But at the same time, I fikir, how to sustain this thing? It's hard for me. So going back to the concept plan, to the showcase plan, Yuka was like, this is the only way if you feel you want to encounter your insecurities in saying macam you tak boleh sustain career you. Sebab this is a huge stepping stone for you. Because about not all of the BBNUs or any newbies like ada 4 tahun je experience dalam music industry tiba-tiba nak buat showcase. And dekat ZEP Kuala Lumpur. Sebab usually people doing at ZEP Kuala Lumpur, it's either macam a foreigner or like a legend artist. Like yang baru-baru ni jarang. And then I heard also baru-baru ni Dola pun announce dia punya concert at ZEP Kuala Lumpur as well, which I'm happy about because they started the career sama time macam I. And what I can derive from all of this is that macam, don't be too insecure with yourself and then just trust in you. And if you have the right team and solid team, anything can happen.
True. You never
Everything
know.
is possible. And as long as you're consistent.
Yeah.
That is very, very important.
Super true.
And always layan your fans, layan your supporters, your listeners. They are the catalyst to whatever that you're doing now.
100%.
Where you're reaching now.
You're right.
It's very important. So I'm excited for my
I'm
showcase.
so excited for you too.
I hope you're there.
I would love to come. I would love to come.
Okay.
What's next for you though, besides the showcase? You've got a lot. It's 2024 is like almost halfway through, but you've already done so much and you already have so much coming. You know, like
Alhamdulillah,
Harder Singing Show, you've got your own showcase coming. Apa lagi yang kita boleh, your song obviously, how could I forget? Apa lagi yang in store untuk Aisha tahun ni?
Okay. Most of them are out. Most of them are out of the store. Example, macam Java Jazz baru-baru ni, it's a big stepping stone also for me.
Huge.
Because selalunya the legend artists yang joining Java Jazz from Malaysia, as we can see, like Sheila Majid and Atilia Harun. And then they are like major jazz singer in Malaysia, which dorang boleh represent themselves dekat Java Jazz. And I have to say, I'm not 100% pure jazz singer. So I don't feel that I am eligible in that position to be a representation dekat Malaysia or whatever, dekat Indonesia. Tapi apabila going back to the time where lagu Ketipak-Ketipung Raya was viral in Indonesia as well, dan juga lagu W.H.U.T, make me think macam it's a good thing for you to actually berkenalan dengan audience di sana yang pernah
Betul.
dengar lagu-lagu you.
Betul.
And Java Jazz nowadays, they are not bound to only jazz genre. Sebab macam-macam dah artis yang pelbagai genre pun perform dekat Java Jazz. Because Java Jazz is like a big festival to them. So, dorang rasa macam, if invite jazz singer saja sudah tidak relevant lagi. It has to come with a lot of genres, but at the same time tak pupuskan the essence of jazz genre.
correct.
Yeah. It needs to come with varieties. Because right now kita dah in that Gen Z era where a lot of people are listening to different kind of genres. So if they come to festivals, of course they would want to listen to other different genres rather than jazz. Because not saying that jazz is a bore or anything. It's a huge thing. Jazz is a huge thing. So apabila I dapat offer untuk perform dekat Java Jazz, so I rasa it's one of a stepping stone also for me. Sebab selang sebulan je daripada I punya ketipak-ketipak perayaan AJL. So dekat situ I boleh cakap macam it's something yang I should be, not to say proud of. I'm very proud that I alhamdulillah sudah ada di Java Jazz, but at the same time menjadi repertoire and something that I can talk about with people. Like right now, macam my experience, but it's my first time joining a big festival in Indonesia, and the people there sangat-sangat supportive. Dorang, how to say, they respect us as foreigners, but at the same time, I pun ada partially Indonesian juga. They respect to the fact yang macam, oh, lagu W.H.U.T ni daripada Malaysia, lagu ketipak-ketipung ni daripada Malaysia. So they truly support us as a foreigner, and I think that's what make Indonesian music scene equally amazing as us. And also menjadi kadang-kadang inspirasi untuk kita sebagai orang Malaysia penggiat seni untuk mengambil inspirasi daripada lagu-lagu Indonesia. Yeah. And then for what's in store right now, I think I'm preparing for my 2 singles that is gonna be out around this year, of course. It's gonna be out around July 1. Another one is August. And it's about...
Oh, back to back, sis.
Back to back because of the showcase.
Understand.
Yeah.
See, I'm already doing the business in the back. I'm like,
she's already like a
I
future concert organizer.
Yeah. Oh, no, scary. No.
We never know, sis.
Sis, maybe.
But yeah,
I'll call you. I'll be like, girl, you down?
Yeah, we never know, right? Because like, to me, sekarang ramai like my friends yang dulunya seorang celebrity yang boleh jadi concert organizer. Asalkan you tahu the link and you know what you're doing and you know the system, insyaAllah boleh. Sebab concerts are now everywhere.
Yeah.
And we need concert organizers yang betul-betul memang
tahu macam mana nak jaga
tahu
dan
macam
membawa
mana
benda
nak
tu kan.
jaga.
Yeah, I have quite a few friends that are concert organizers now. Actually, now that you mention it, I'm like,
right.
betul lah.
Kan?
Festival organizer pun I kenal.
Yeah.
A few of my friends who are trying to get into that space or are already in that space, you know?
Yes.
So, yeah, interesting.
Because right after COVID, people berpusu-pusu untuk melakukan concert.
Yeah, and our music industry suffered so much that I'm so happy to see people makin ramai yang buat showcase sendiri. So I'm like, good, this is good for us.
Yes.
Culturally.
Yes, in a way. And also macam support local punya term tu memang relevant now. #support local, you know? Because like a lot of people are doing concerts locally, domestically. And I rasa benda tu adalah sesuatu benda yang sihat di mana kita boleh keep in touch bersama kita punya audience.
100%.
Yeah.
You must be so excited for yours. Apa kelainan, keistimewaan? Boleh tak bagi spoilers sikit? Ke tak boleh langsung? Ada loop machine lagi ke?
That was a good idea. Can we ask like for 2 loop machines? Satu I, satu Amy.
Oh my god,
why
tolonglah
not,
I tak boleh belajar
right?
macam mana buat loop machine. Euwyn's already looking at you like, girl, don't do it.
He
Don't do it,
can
girl.
teach, go
Don't
for
do it
one. But it's pretty
Nanti
much.
kita discuss lah selepas episode ni maybe.
Discuss lepas. So I rasa my plan, of course, I suka bercakap dengan I punya fans, supporters, friends, I would say friends lah. I tanya dorang, kalau I buat concert untuk bulan November boleh? Semua tu yang happening, yang the concert announcement, everything, semua daripada my fans punya suggestion.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, sebab they are the one yang support us. They are the one yang listen to our music. Of course, that it has to be, it goes both ways.
Of course.
So I rasa macam, oh korang free ke kalau 16 November I buat? Sebab macam kalau tak free, baik kita pilih date lain semua. Sebab of course the core of the support system yang daripada diorang tu kena hadir, kena ada.
Of course.
And then ramai yang free that date. And then I cakap macam, okay, apa kita nak buat, lagu apa you guys nak request? Diorang request lagu ni. And apa yang gimmick yang you guys nak buat? Diorang nak I terbang. Again,
you kind of did this to yourself though. You terbang so well the first time. So now every time you sing, you kena terbang sekali, babe.
Honestly, now that all the dots are all connected, kalau I buat shows di mana-mana selepas AJL, memang apabila nyanyi Sutera, orang request macam, ada terbang tak? Ada terbang tak? Mari.
You jadi Tinkerbell Malaysia lah. Really, for real.
I was just flying for like what? 20 seconds.
But still,
But it's alhamdulillah.
and singing into the camera, and I was watching it like, damn, cool. I can't wait for your showcase. I think it's
Thank
gonna
you
be
so
so
much.
exciting.
I want you to be my show, okay? But
I
definitely,
would love to.
but definitely noted, not the singing, noted
Not the singing,
hosting,
please. Hosting, I can.
hosting, rapping,
Cheerleading,
cheerleading. Let's
random
go for that.
dancing at the back.
Let's
You
go
know,
for that.
We can
You
do
know,
that. You can make it happen.
you did so great for your Gempak Most Wanted tour. I watched out.
Oh, thank
It was
you.
amazing. It was Zizan, right?
Thanks. Yeah, with Abang
Yeah.
Season.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
have like a rapping session with her. after
Let's
this,
do it.
Just for your information.
Let's do it. Okay, we're almost at the end of today's episode, but we do have a quick rapid fire section.
Yep.
Are you ready?
Okay, what is this?
Best advice you've ever gotten from your mom?
Ilmu padi. Do you know what's ilmu padi?
No.
Okay.
Like, is it spicy?
Yeah. So ilmu padi, to derive it and to explain it more, it's about padi dia semakin tinggi, semakin jatuh.
Bertunduk ke
bawah.
yeah, I know
Dia
this one.
semakin besar, dia semakin banyak dia punya essence dan inti dalam tu. Semakin tu juga angin ribut akan lebih banyak. Semakin kita tinggi.
Oh, betul.
Sama lah macam apa yang kita ada sekarang. Semakin kita naik, semakin ramai yang akan cuba kucar-kacirkan. Macam, not to say kucar-kacirkan, yang cuba memberi cabaran yang lebih berat. Which is true. Dan kita selalu kena tahu macam mana nak hadapi masalah itu. At the same time, kita kena selalu down to earth. Itulah yang my mom selalu cakap kan. Maybe sometimes kita rasa macam, oh, I dah sampai this level, I rasa I dah hebat lah. Yeah, I don't need advice from people and stuff like that. But you need advice, sister. You're still in the music industry. You're still running in the music industry. Segala ilmu pun you dapat daripada orang lain adalah berbeza-berbeza ilmu. So selagi you dapat ilmu tu, you terima dengan baik. Like that.
Next one. Dream collaboration.
Oh my gosh. Domestically.
Anywhere in the world, sister.
I would love to collab with, okay, this is quite ambitious. Okay, I would like to collab with Mahalini. To me.
Ooh.
Yeah, the one singing the
yeah,
CL song.
Good
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah, because like recently I came to her wedding and we had like a chat and she was like, hey, let's do a songwriting session. So like, I was like, is she
So
for
this
real?
is super realistic, actually. So this is coming in 2025. Korang semua nanti kan.
Yeah, and she was like, let's do a writing session. I was like, are you for real? Because I know Mahalini, she's already there. She's super busy. I think Sorry pun macam busy as well. You know how Indonesian scene lagi lah, like twice busy. And I was like, mana is she for real? But she's like for real. So I was like, inshallah, kalau diberikan rezeki, you
That
know.
would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
How cool would that be? 2025, sis.
Okay, let's.
When it happens, I told you so.
Inshallah.
Favorite dish to cook?
I'm not a good cook,
Okay.
so I would just say instant me.
Oh, girl, same.
Let's go.
Okay. I know what I can ask though.
Okay.
Favorite TV show to watch?
Wow, this is tough.
I know. It's the girlies who don't cook so much always are the TV show girlies.
Okay.
Like, we're not cooking because we're sitting there watching the TV shows. You feel me?
Right. I don't really watch TV shows. I watch movies instead. But I would
Okay,
say,
yalla, we're watching something.
oh, yeah.
Okay, favorite movie then.
Favorite movie. I told you just now, La La Land. It's still with me until now.
Yeah, okay, la, very
And-
good la, Aisha Retno.
Yeah, and also 13 going on 30.
Oh, that's a good movie.
That's a good movie, inspiring movie, you know? It's quite fictional.
That's
but-
Shaz's entire personality.
Really?
Yeah. Her lifestyle is giving 13 going on 30.
30.
Don't worry, Shaz. I meant it in like a good way. It's my lifestyle too.
You know that term, 30, flirty, and thriving.
Yes.
I gotta keep that in mind. Okay. Yeah.
See? What?
Oh my god, what's this about? What's this about?
We're not
y'all?
talking about it.
Okay, we're not talking about it.
2025 is
Yeah.
my year. Is my 30th year.
Okay. Alright, you don't. Yeah.
Untuk siapa yang dengar, dengar.
Yeah,
Pandai-pandai.
I'm trying
Okay.
to distract.
Next.
It's gonna
and
be
last.
a good 30, flirty, thriving year for you. It always has been in your whole life. Okay. Okay. I think this is like the 100th time of me saying this, but you're like an inspiration. Okay, bye.
Oh my god, thank you. Okay, our last rapid fire joke is, what's your favorite joke?
You don't have to cry. My favorite joke.
Yeah, favorite joke.
I have one.
Okay,
but I
give it to
think
us.
it's expected.
Expect it.
I think it's expected because
Try
it's
us
pretty cliche.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. Let me recall this joke. Okay. aeroplane
Hmm.
kalau langgar tiang, dia
Dia apa?
my god, how does this? Okay. Oh my god. Okay, aeroplane tu kalau langgar tiang, dia jatuh. Bukan. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I got it already.
Okay.
Please,
No. Wait, Ben.
Okay.
Aeroplane kalau langgar
Aeroplane
tiang,
kalau langgar tiang, dia bengkok kat mana?
hidung.
Like the nose.
The nose of the plane.
Okay. Are you ready? Thailand.
Sat. Sekejap. Aeroplane kalau langgar tiang, dia bengkok kat mana?
Dia bengkok kat mana?
I've never heard that before.
Okay, so that's a good one, guys.
It's a good one. That was really good. It was so good. I just didn't get it.
No, I really emphasize, actually tadi, dia bengkok kat mana?
But I was like, Thailand, and I was like, what do you mean? I cannot follow that, Chaz. I cannot follow that. But do you want to hear one from us anyways?
Alright,
Okay.
shoot.
It's so bad. Kenapa rumah perlukan air?
Okay, I'm trying to answer it yang macam tak
Don't think
logic.
too hard.
Yeah,
Just
don't
really
think
don't
too
think
hard.
at all.
Sebab I love you.
No, sebab di house.
I'm leaving.
Okay,
That's a good
fine.
one, dude.
No,
Do you have
please. Yeah, we do.
Okay, shoot.
Banyak-banyak mangga. Mangga apa yang sedap?
Every manga sedap kan? Mangosteen.
Manggaru. I know you're like dying to leave because these jokes are so bad. Tapi before you
Do
go,
you have a last one?
we do, of course. Are you sure you want it?
Yeah.
Cicak apa yang sakit?
Cicak, di dinding. I don't know.
Cicak nafas. We got her to laugh though. Good job. Good job. No, you're so
So
lying.
macam,
You're so lying.
we're doing like, kalau kita buat apa ni? Apa nama dia? Oh my god. Kalau kita macam tengah mengurat, what's this thing called?
Pickup lines.
Pickup
I don't know
line.
any good pickup lines. Did it hurt when you fell from heaven?
Oh, okay, that's pretty
That's
much
terrible, right?
Okay.
Thank God I'm a girl because I could never drop some like
Okay.
fire pickup lines.
Air ni rasa apa you rasa?
Rasa Aisha Retno.
Tak, okay, you water rasa apa?
Rasa macam
Rasa dia apa? Plain ke?
plain lah.
Plain lah sebab manis semua dah dekat you.
Ay!
Yeah, that's how you do it, friends.
Kalau macam ni Aisyah kena ada setiap minggu Aisyah.
Gedek.
Barulah I punya macam hati terbang sikit.
Duduk sini.
Okay.
Nice.
Before kita habiskan episode hari ni, thank you so much sekali lagi daripada tim kita meluangkan masa. And sebelum tu, if you have anything to say to your audience, you can do that into the cam.
I would like to say thank you so much to Amelia. You're such a sweet person. You're amazing. You inspire a lot of people. You inspire me. And with the existing studio Sembang, I just want to say that I harap studio Sembang semakin tinggi, melejit tinggi ke angkasa. Aja. And also, I hope that a lot of people akan sentiasa cinta dengan setiap episod studio Sembang.
Thank you.
And what I can say is thank you so much guys for always membantu I dalam perjalanan career I di music industry ini. Sampai untuk I kiranya di interview di Suara Amelia adalah satu pencapaian yang tinggi.
Yeah, over lah. Kita sebenarnya cuba nak terbang macam Sutera.
And also thank you so much guys for believing in me, especially my family, friends, my supporters dan sebagainya. Know that supporters yang support I adalah sebenarnya kawan-kawan I juga. Dan insyaAllah Aisha akan come up with more singles untuk anda mendengarkan di mana-mana saja anda berada. Jangan lupa untuk ketipak ketipung.
Gitu. Aisha,
Yeah.
you have such a bright future, girl.
Thank you so
You
much.
don't
I
need me to
hope
tell
so.
you, but you are literally one of the most talented of your generation.
I
For
mean,
sure. 100%.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming, girl. And kita harap korang kat rumah enjoy episode kita hari ni. Jangan lupa kita akan kembali bersama anda minggu depan. Same time, same place. Be there or be square. See you guys.
That's good. Be square.